Going live.
Hey, yo.
We are live.
What's up?
Hello.
People might actually be able to find us on YouTube instead of waiting for a link, too.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Looks like the video title is not updated, but it should update eventually. Alright. Here, I'll just post it, just because
Okay, cool.
I can. I'm already going in here to post the link.
It does say week 1 recap, yeah.
Yeah, it'll update in a sec.
No, I've got the link, I've got it.
I just posted it.
You already got it, perfect.
Yeah, I didn't even post
Alright,
the message.
you beat me to it.
We know what it is
All
at this
good.
time, at this point.
Yeah.
Alright. Let me get chat up here. I
Okay.
guess you were right about 6:05.
Fennec Masters in 6:05 p.m. sharp, as
Nailed it.
as we determined.
The predetermined.
Right on time. You know what they say about wizards and arriving?
What do they say about wizards and arriving?
I don't know.
Okay. I was
Something
hoping
about
somebody-
arriving precisely when they mean to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Gandalf quote.
Exactly. We'll give people a few to stream in.
I think I recognize this match. This is one of the Truant matches.
Yeah, so have you seen, I don't think you know exactly what battles we're going to review, which actually is part of the fun, I think. But
Oh,
have
yeah,
are you up to date with all of the replays and everything?
Dude,
Only
I'm
for
not
my
even up to date on
division.
them.
Yeah.
I don't even
Well-
watch all of them.
Sweet, well you're in for a treat then. We've got our roster, we've got 2 from Truant, 1 from Swarm, and 2 from Hustle to go over.
Ooh,
Yeah.
very fun.
And the one
So
from
it'll
Swarm
give
is
you a
my
bit of
replay 'cause
perspective.
Nobody submitted anything.
Yeah, give you a bit of perspective from other divisions too, which is what I like. Where's Metro chanting Melm? Yeah, she wasn't
Gosh.
available until 7, and there's no way we would ever be late to starting our stream. So we decided to maybe have her on a future stream.
Ooh.
Welcome, welcome. Come on in.
Man.
Sweets, welcome. Okay, so I mentioned before, I'll mention again, our short itinerary today might be a little bit longer than last week, because we've actually got 5 replays that were submitted and fairly popular in votes that we're going to go over. We've got 2 from Truant, 1 from Swarm, and 2 from Hustle.
Or 4 submitted.
Yeah, there were some submitted. Nobody submitted any Swarm replays, so we just picked one. Yeah, it's gonna be good. There was some crazy battles this week too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm excited to go over them. Honestly, even though I'm up to date, I'm not. I don't remember exactly what happened and everything, and I think that's gonna be a common theme. I've got the memory of a pea. I don't know what that means. But
I'm the same way. Most of the battles I watch, I
That's what
forget
they say.
immediately what happened.
yeah, it's in one ear out the other. So it's it's like a first time reaction. Rewatching them on stream. It's pretty fun.
Yeah. This might be, well, besides my match, this might be the only one that I actually saw.
Oh yeah.
I didn't see it live though. I watched the replay.
How are you supposed to manage the content if you're
Well,
not
'cause
watching?
I gotta be genuine when I'm watching the replays. I didn't think this
Oh.
one was gonna get nominated.
Okay, you can't scam. You can't scam the community of the
Authentic
the-
reactions.
The live
Exactly.
reaction. I'll pretend to have an authentic reaction to my own replay as well. I guess I saw yours too, actually.
Okay.
But I don't think I saw the other 2.
I think I played mine though before our week 1 stream,
Yeah, you did.
so
And I think
that
that's
would have
I
been
saw
why. Yeah. Okay. Oh, we haven't introduced, by the way. We've got a guest speaker on
yeah.
today, known for his hilarious AI draft introductions and theatrics, we've got Stormtide. Hey, come and introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Stormtide. I make funny stuff occasionally when I'm bored. um, I'm pretty much John Madden from the AI thing. I haven't played competitively since like
What the hell is a fairy
Gen 2. All these crazy new mechanics. But yeah, no, it's been lots of fun seeing a lot of the wacky strategies and stuff. And
Yeah,
I'm
awesome.
just happy to be part of it.
Cool. We were curious actually. I was talking with Goder about it, just off on the side, and he was wondering how much you spent on your AI software that let you make those.
Not a lot, actually.
No? I don't know how stuff like that works. Is it like you pay per like line, or do you just like have access to the software?
It's usually like all those things do like subscription based services. So I bought it a while back for something completely unrelated to this.
Yeah.
It just ended up having like the benefit
Yeah, that's funny.
of being available. And then I still have all my. I used to have a podcast I ran with some other people, so I have all audio editing software and a bunch of stuff. So I've been clipping things together. And
Oh, that's
so
cool.
it
What
was
was
just
the
something I
podcast
slept. It was on creative writing.
about? Okay, cool.
Yeah. But haven't done that for a while, and I just have
Okay.
everything sitting on my computer.
True.
I mean, that's
Well, there you
where
go. It's a
half
little
of that
bit,
kind of stuff
a
comes
little bit
from.
about our boy. I guess we can just jump right into the replays then. It's been about 5 minutes. I'm sure people are on.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think that's enough
We're
B-roll.
up to 6 right now. So
Cool.
we'll see if anyone else turns up. The ping went out at this point. If you want to watch these replays, just watch the VOD.
Yeah, exactly. Well, up first we have a truant replay between Dave Grigger and Canadian Sweets. I want to. So I'm pretty sure Dave Grigger is like a pun on Gravedigger, right?
It
and
is,
his name
yeah.
is Dave.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Yeah, that's
gotta
pretty
be.
cool. I was like, I don't think his name is gonna like his full name is just his showdown name.
No, yeah, it's
Okay,
Gravedigger,
cool.
so
Yeah,
backwards.
that's cool.
Well, not
Okay,
backwards,
so
backwards.
let's see. We see the Dracovish. Vish is I don't know. It's always been a crazy menace in the NBA.
Yeah, if you don't have a water absorb, which this team does.
Yeah,
team
I do
has
see the
ye olde
Clodsire
Clodsire.
and the Slowbro. This is actually a pretty good matchup for Sweets into the Vish,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
but
being
Scarf
said,
can
though,
still do a lot.
you're forcing. I mean, if you are forcing the Clod to run water absorb, then it's suddenly not unaware to be a Dirge swap. You know, if Dirge
Yeah,
is stacking
true.
up his
Yeah, that's kind of funny
things.
that the unaware like face off between Dirge and Clods. Clods I think should win, right? Especially if it's pack and toxic.
Well, yeah. Well, if it's packing
Um,
toxic and Earth power, right? But I'm saying in terms
Yeah, I
of
don't
like
think
it's
that-
no longer a
I don't know if
swap
Earth
if
power
he's
beats
already
it.
started stacking stuff up. I'm just saying it hits
Yeah,
super
exactly.
effective, at least stab super.
Yeah, the
effective.
Torch Song will never really pop off.
I mean, it's neutral. It's not like he resists, and if he's running water absorb instead of unaware, that's what I'm saying. Where it's like that could run
Yeah,
get
yeah,
out of
exactly.
control because he's forcing.
What
it to
other
run
Derek
water absorb.
captains?
Yeah, you wanna press play and then just pause at-
Dirge. Oh,
You want to
yeah,
just pause
yeah.
at turn 1 so we can see the Terra types?
So we have Rhyperior is Terra Water. We have Dirge as Terra Fighting. I'm not certain who the captains are on this team. I guess Hydreigon is
It's
one.
Hydreigon.
Is it
I remember
just
because
Hydreigon?
Sweets kicked my butt week 1.
Oh,
So I
yeah,
guess,
that's
I guess he
right.
only has the one captain then. It's just the.
Didn't
the
Sweets
water.
run Terra Rock against you week 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
It was
crazy
really
for the Ursa Luna switch.
Terra
Yeah,
Rock
that was-
is super underrated in draft. I think it's like one of those ones where it's like you probably wouldn't run it normally in a set, but like it is one of those things where it's just like if a team just has like that horrible rock weakness that so often happens in draft, you know.
Yeah,
you
Rock
just
and
pop
Flying,
that
I
Terra
think,
Rock.
are the two. Rock and Flying are the two types that kind of go under the radar when you're looking at resists.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people really want to do, funky stuff with their steel types.
Yep.
So I don't know. That's kind of why things like Cobalion aren't always seen as like real steel types, because then
Yeah.
it's not a flying resist, it's not a psychic resist, it's not a fairy resist, right?
For sure.
Right. Or you
Unless
see
you're-
like Terra Electric and Levitate.
Yeah. Rotoms really help with flying resistances. Same with like Zapdos. We actually see a Zapdos here. But rock types, for example, aren't really good defensively. You won't really draft them for flying resistances.
There's some you would. Like T-Tar. Honestly, both of the Sandstream dudes kind of come in on flying type attacks, I would say. But
yeah, it's just tough when you're trying to balance out a team in draft when, I think we kind of touched on this before about how there was somebody who drafted an almost completely monotype team, and we were thinking about it being like, you know what? Yeah, it's in the NBA. I don't remember which division it's in, but it's like
it's the fairy team,
the one with
no,
fairies?
sorry, not monotype. But I mean, like almost every Pokemon on the team only has one type.
Oh, I remember. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Remember what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were thinking about,
Not-
oh wow, you
not
missed
a
out on so many
monotype team.
type synergies. Yeah, you miss out on so many different stab opportunities. So it's actually less offensive because you have fewer types that you're like proficient at, etc.
Yeah, I mean,
But
monotype.
that's
just
against
in
the
general
norm.
is just worse. Like, there's really
Yeah, yeah,
rarely a case where you want to be monotype, and the only ones that really get away with it are because they have like some absurd gimmick on top of that. Like Rillaboom is a great mono grass type because of Grassy Glide. That's all you need to have your stab on. Otherwise, you're just kind of throwing other stuff where you just Terra.
Yeah.
And there's really I can't really think of many other examples of a definitive like top tier mon that is monotype. I guess you could do like Galarian Darmanitan is one where it's just like, but again, it's like this mon is so amped up on ability cheese that he's just gonna one hit KO resists with Icicle Crash anyway.
Well, it's got there's Mew.
Yeah, I think Psychic
but
is
again,
actually
it's
really, really good for that. There's like Spectrier and stuff. I know it's banned here, but a lot of leagues allow Spectrier and Glastrier and the Reggies.
But again, it's just rare enough that it's like you kind of have to have some kind of gimmick with it. Like Mew is just gimmick defined in the sense that you never know what it's going to bring. And
yeah, but on the same wavelength as like Cresselia and Necrozma and
Yeah.
other like bulky psychic types. It's pretty common actually.
Yeah, but I would still say that I'd rather take like a Screamtail over a Cresselia though. To have the dual type there.
Yeah, and that's what I mean though, is that like sometimes drafting so many like multi-type mons end up making you surprise you're weak to flying, right? Because your
because
electric type is also like Rotom Mo, for example.
Yeah. And Fairy Psychic being super common, suddenly like you might not have a Dark Resist. They could just
Exactly,
pop up with knockoffs. All right, let's get the replay actually going.
Yeah, we've been chatting for a while. Yip yapping.
Mm-hmm.
We see a
drop it on
Beedrill. This is Mega Beedrill.
No, regular Beedrill. Don't be fooled.
Mega Beedrill versus Cinderace. This is gonna chunk unless it's Scarf Cinderace. Honestly, I don't remember what happens.
Yeah, U-turn's gonna chunk any resist. Like unless he's Scarf, but I guess we find out. No, he's not
Mega.
Bonk.
39%.
Wow, to a resistance. I know Cinderace isn't bulky, but holy crap.
Yeah. Oh, and I was also going to mention
Fireball.
rock types when we were talking about not drafting a rock type for defenses. I actually do like drafting rock types specifically if I need like a good fire answer on my team, because they're a really
this Trailblaze
good...
I think is bait. Yeah. You want to pause here for a sec? I think actually these 2 turns, there's something instructive I think to go on here. The Pyro Ball on turn 1, I think it's very unlikely in any scenario for Beedrill to ever stay in here and try and actually KO Cinderace with like a poison jab.
Yeah.
So this Pyro Ball is going to either be hitting a 4 times resistance in
Vish,
a massively physically defensive resistance in Rhyperior, a physically defensive potentially resistance in Skeledirge, right? It's like I don't think this Pyro Ball is actually
physically bulky Zapdos in general.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think the Pyro Ball is ever actually gonna kill the Beedrill here.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have seen a U-turn or at least something cute like a Sucker Punch to get
Or
some
just
chip
go for
on
the Trailblaze off the bat.
Yeah, a Sucker Punch would actually just have you dead. But yeah. And then this Trailblaze, I think it's another one of those things where it's like, oh look, Rhyperior's rock and ground type. I'm gonna click a grass type move, and
surprise,
it did. Yeah, if you want to hit play, I forget
50
how much it
BP.
did. Yeah. Does it? Hold on, let's see. Does the 4 times effective move do less than the not very effective U-turn?
No, it definitely is more. It did like half.
Okay, it's 42. Well,
Yeah.
the U-turn did 39.
Oh,
So-
you mean to Cinder? I thought you meant
Yeah,
the
the
Pyro
resisted
Balls. Like, there's no
U-turn did
universe
39.
where that did more. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. So I don't think this is ever going to pan out. This is
No.
a time where you just have to switch. You have a designated grass type. You have a Clodsire. Clods is rough into this. You probably have to go Slowbro.
Well, the other thing too
Or
is like
you can breed Hydreigon.
anytime that you're running Trailblaze on a mon, I feel like Trailblaze, like we've kind of talked about this before. I don't know if it was in one of the past replay streams or if it was just in general, how Trailblaze is kind of like a trap move. Where it's like you kind of like it looks really good on paper, but then it's like you never really get a chance to use it. The chance to use it is when you're calling out the U-turn like that, or when you're calling out the pivot. It doesn't matter if you're going on a resist or anything. It's like that's when you click it. You know this Beedrill is going to click U-turn. Like 9 times out of 10, this Beedrill is going to click U-turn, unless you are specifically facing it down to be scarfed and click Pyro Ball and try and outspeed it. You should be prepared for that U-turn. That's something where it's like, yeah, Rhyperior, perfect swap on Cinderace. Granted, you would be worried about maybe a Zapdos coming in on that because you don't want to Trailblaze on a Zapdos, risk the static proc. But at the same time, it's like pretty much any of these other mons, a Trailblaze, like which these are more likely to swap in. I mean, come on, you have Fire Resist. Zap is probably like a lesser answer to this Cinderace. But you're assuming that he's going to go into one of these three, and Trailblaze helps you a lot there because Trailblaze, you suddenly outspeed a Scarf Vish.
Yeah, true. You can like Trailblaze into U-turn.
Dirge doesn't give a shit about the speed
helpful.
boost anyway because he's slow as hell. So like it doesn't matter if he's unaware. So and then I don't know what else you have for him, but
Sweets in chat saying that he's never played against Mega Beedrill didn't really look too much into it, and it's all good.
That's fair. That is something where if you hover over it,
it's not a big deal.
If you're somebody who, and I do this sometimes too, where it's like I'm literally just like I don't have their speed tiers memorized, so like I'll hover over and be like, okay, is there any universe where they're faster than me if they're not scarfed? Okay, right. You see that if you're hovering over Beedrill on the first turn of the game, you do not see that it gets up to 427 speed.
Could y'all describe the next game only using words related to psychology and U.S. history? Well, first of all, none of us here are American.
Hey, wait a minute.
Well, hey now.
And we're even reviewing a replay with Canadian sweets. Excuse me.
Yeah, come on. This is not the time to ask about 8-push.
Yeah. All right, let's get the show on the road.
So yeah, it just
does this Stone Edge.
Ends up not being
It happens. All good. Lesson learned, like you said.
It's another
Slowbro is the switch here. What Terra type was Rhyperior? Water? That's a good teleport.
Yeah, it was water.
Yeah, it's a good teleport. You know that Rhyperior doesn't want to get burned, even if it Terras. Blissey is a very likely switch, so the TP is good. The Wind Rider coming in clutch.
Yeah,
this is one of those
that's
matchups
smart.
where Wind Rider can completely immune everything Zapdos wants to do. Like it has to run to Discharge now, and it gets 2-hit
What's his
KO
other
by the
ability?
Poltergeist. Infiltrator, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
goodness.
completely forgot that Wind Rider also makes you immune to the wind attacks because I was
that's a big
playing
thing.
a little bit on Natdex ladder today, which I never really play on ladder anymore. But I saw Goldingo got banned, so I was like, hey, you know what? I'll play a game or two.
That Power Whip just did 96 to a Blissey, by the way.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah, good switch.
Physically defensive.
That's
And
a good switch
he had
into
the boosted
Clods.
attack from the Wind Rider too.
Yeah, and now, yeah, actually, I was gonna say if this is running Protect, you can see exactly what move the Vicious.
Because it's usually Bander's Scarf.
Yeah, exactly.
you're
This
pretty
is
much-
actually a very, very good.
Pretty
turn.
much always choiced on Vish. But yeah, that's smart because then you
Hydreigon.
know if he has the Psychic Fangs coverage for you.
Yep.
Also a smart play because you're not getting nuked and just killed by that, but at the same time, it's like, do you really want to be eating it to begin with?
Kills his Zapdos too. You want to pause for a
Yeah.
sec? 'Cause I think we can chat about the last couple turns. Yeah, maybe after. Yeah, from here.
We
So
already talked about
the
the
tech is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tech is good. This is another instructive turn because the Beedrill, I think, should always respect that Hydreigon could be Scarf here. So if you're, bringing it just so happened that they switched in at the same time.
Yeah, so
and
you can't like
so-
read something like that.
Exactly. So there's not much of you can't really like big bluff the Scarf. Like if Beedrill came in on a revenge, killed something, and then you brought in Hydreigon to bluff the Scarf, then something's up, right? But because they both came in at the same time, you're not always certain that he's going to respect the Scarf. So clicking the Terra Water, I think, was a really good idea. Just commit it. You don't have another Terra Captain here this game anyways, so... Yep, I think clicking Terra Draco here was really good.
And Terra Water
then you
looks
claim the Zapdos
decent
off
into
of
the
it,
rest
too.
of this team anyway. Like, you're not really losing much by going Terra Water.
Yeah.
You're still
Plus,
resisting the Dirge. You're still resistant. Or, I mean, you're
Blissy's
adding
already
resist-
gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. The fact that you already
That is
removed
true
the
too, yeah.
Blissey with your Wind Rider shenanigans is really, really big for Hydreigon, especially running a Draco and what I'm assuming is like a full special Hydreigon.
Yeah. Did we see the Draco yet, or is it the next
Really
turn?
important.
I guess it's the next turn because it kills
The
that.
Draco is, if you hit play, it's this turn.
Yeah. So the U-turn to that.
U-turn still does so much.
Yeah.
Like, if you see Beedrill like that, run a Rocky Helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah, Monkey Boy, this is the first game. And then, yeah, Beedrill comes in now, he knows it's not Scarf, because he already U-turned before.
Mm-hmm.
Sub Terra Ghost would have been hard against Bliss, yeah, true. That was my favorite Silvally set back in the day before Terra was a thing. Rocks on the Protect, that's a really good turn.
Yeah. Though, that's important to get once Hydreigon's that low too. As I say, there's
Yeah.
not really a whole
And-
lot that the rocks are doing against this team at this point because remember Generator and then Cloud resists, but it's still nice to get
Another
out there.
Protect, I think that's another good idea against the Dracovish. You get to scout what it's potentially locking itself into.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, having
Just
multiple
the knock.
protects against it's a good idea. Get the port out there, you get your Regenerator, get most of that back.
That's a good TP. I think I would have expected a U-turn there. And we
Yeah.
see the Scarf Valiant.
But
Get it. It is going to get taken down, but that's a lot of chip. If you get any Hazard up, any Rocks up, this Beedrill is down for the count. Or the Shadow Sneak here on Bramble.
and he does have
Yeah,
the
wow.
Shadow Sneak.
Yeah.
I'm wondering why he stays in on that though. I guess the Vish is scarfed and it wasn't certain about that yet.
Yeah, it wasn't really revealed, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
you don't
I feel
really
like-
get a good switch.
Yeah, if you make the wrong prediction into either Clods or Slowbro,
Yeah,
that's true,
Hydreigon's
it's
already
a
got
crunch.
chip.
Yeah, that's like a 50-50. I'm just wondering if maybe you want to sack one of them to keep this alive to handle the Beedrill if you're not certain about that. If you're not running rocks. I don't know if he has rocks on the Clod, because otherwise who has rocks, right?
yeah,
That might be your best bet. with
could be
the
Hydreigon.
Beedrill.
Ooh,
I'm guessing that Hydreigon's probably specs.
do we see the burn? No burn,
burn.
no justice. The water's running cold today. Running the outrage. Actually, this is nice. It's neutral against everything.
Yep.
But it does
But Scarf is
26.
not going to be strong enough, though.
Yeah, I think it just goes to show the actual power of Strongjaw and how much it relies on its ability.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't entirely rely on it, but yeah, it makes a big difference. Like, I mean, you're sacrificing a lot when you're not banded and you're also not utilizing Strongjaw.
Yeah. As soon as the fairy type is down, though, it's pretty free to start clicking.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just not strong enough to break through these defensive walls.
Mm-hmm.
And now we
Toxic
see
in the
some
Rhyperior.
Toxic getting spread. Is there Toxic on anyone else yet, or is that the first we see of it?
I think that's the first.
Yep. Could be big because you're running double protect here.
Yeah.
Goes for the crunch.
So,
35.
is he predicting
Gets the toxic.
a Slowbro swap there, maybe?
Yeah,
Or does it go
probably.
for the
I think I
psychic
would have liked
phase?
to have seen a protect there just in case to scout it.
Well, didn't he just
but
use
I don't
Protect?
think. No,
Oh,
it
but
was
failed,
on the
failed, yeah.
very first turn. Vish was in. Just click
Yeah.
the toxic, but that was good. You get it off, not punished. This looks really like it doesn't look like there's a clear way
It's just going to come down to 50-50.
for anything to break this wall, except
Yeah.
for maybe just hoping, because Dave
Chose
actually
wrong.
hasn't tested the waters to see if it's actually water absorb clods. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. But I mean, Slowbro is also going to resist it, so it's not like, you know,
yeah,
it's not like you're putting yourself in a much better position. You know, Like,
yeah.
you're still not breaking the Slowbro with Scarf resist.
Beedrill is so big here. Hold on, does this KO? Do you think?
I don't think it KO's Claude. It would have.
Clod's gonna start taking a lot of chip.
Yeah. Now we gotta wonder, did he show rocks? No, he doesn't have rocks. Okay.
Yeah, no rocks.
That would be crazy if you bluff the whole game and then put the rocks up now.
Yeah, this toxic chip is gonna do a lot of damage though.
So here, okay, so I'm vaguely remembering this replay now. I don't remember what happens next, but if you're in this position, he just protects on your Psychic Fangs. Are you staying in and clicking Psychic Fangs again, or are you swapping to Beedrill and not expecting an attack? You're expecting a swap. If it were me, I'm banking on, because it's coming down to this many 50-50s. Like, you're not going to win off of playing, pussy shit and just kind of like praying that you're going to get the right swap or you're going to get this. I hard swap Beedrill here. I mean, if there's ever a time to do it, it's you're expecting him to swap to Slowbro. He's already at 60% here. This is a case where this Beedrill we already know has knockoff. Was one of them knocked off? Slowbro was.
We don't know if Beedrill has Drill Run, do we?
I don't. We only see 3 moves.
Yeah.
What do you think you're doing here, Stormtide? As Dave, you see this protect go up. What do you think your play is? It's kind of a tough call.
Yeah, I don't think there's any definitive right answer.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's why it's a pretty instructive turn.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in, but that's why I would play aggressive here, because I think that's your win con is you have to get lucky on offense, not get lucky on stalling out this game, because you lose that.
Yeah. Take the initiative and go for broke.
Go for broke on the Beedrill?
Yeah. You have a limited number of times to be wrong about offense. You have a limited number of times to be wrong about clicking a button on Dracovish. If you're right once about this Beedrill, you could just run away with the game.
You know what though? I would be crazy. I would hard swap to Dirge on the prediction of a Slowbro swap, and then Torch Song on the prediction. Torch Song on the prediction of going back to Claude, assuming that it's water absorb.
Would you go back to Claude though? Are you expecting a ghost type attack to hit the Slowbro?
Yeah, it's why you're expecting full Fizz Def.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering. So maybe worst case scenario. Pray you survive, because this is 59 before Regenerator, so he'll come back in at what 80%. So
yeah.
Does he survive one I'm assuming a max HP Slowbro, even if he's Fizz Def? Probably survive. If he's running Hex or something and he doesn't have a status on him yet, you probably survive that. Are you banking on maybe Scald doing a big chunk to Dirge, right? I don't know. Maybe you do stay in before you make the swap.
What my line of thought is Slowbro switching in. So Beedrill could chunk the Slowbro and do what, 70? I don't actually know how much it would do, but it would do a lot. I don't think it would kill, because Slowbro would be at 90.
You don't think
a bit over 90.
You don't think?
Oh, actually, after Rock's a bit under.
Well, we don't know this last move. I don't know if it's a bug move or not.
I mean, if it's a bug move, what is it? X Scissor? It's not going to be much stronger than U-turn.
I would have to think it's Drill Run for coverage.
I would think so too.
Maybe,
Drill Run to hit the Claude or the Cinderace.
I don't think it'll be anything silly like Fell Stinger.
Yeah, that's crazy. But okay, so my play, switching to Dirge on the Slowbro, but Shadow Ball doesn't kill. The set that I have in mind, I don't know if it is, but the set would be Torch Song, Shadow Ball, Recover, or Slack Off, sorry, and then whatever last move. But Shadow Ball, just based on a head calc, Shadow Ball doesn't OHKO Slowbro at 60, at 70, whatever, after rocks. But Torch Song into Shadow Ball at +1, I believe would. Mm-hmm. And the Torch Song would start racking up damage on Claudes, and you should be faster than both. I believe it's 50-something speed. So I think, honestly,
you're definitely faster
Torch Song into Shadow Ball.
Yeah, if Dirge is faster, then that's probably the right call.
Dirge is definitely.
Or just double Shadow Ball, something like that.
Yeah.
I think that's a play.
I think it's a tough call. Yeah, I think. What did you check how much Scald is doing to Dirge? Oh wait, but granted, this is a Terra Dirge, and he hasn't Terra.
Oh,
yet.
It's Terra Dirge.
He's
That's
Terra
right. What
fighting.
Terra type is it?
Terra fighting. So he shrugs off that weakness, but he's no, he doesn't have any psychic attacks. Yeah, no, that's definitely the play. Then you bring in Dirge, you Terra fighting just to be safe, so he can't even do anything with Scald. Yeah, you get your Torch Song off, and then you're pretty much good to go from there, right?
He could read that and go for a psychic, but that's crazy. Oh wait, does Slowbro even have a psychic move?
No,
yeah, I think that's
free.
Yeah, there's nothing
that hits. You dodge EQ with Terra Fighting too.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
you're removing both of their super effective. That is, yeah. I think that's the play. I mean, even if they protect on your Torch Song and like recover with Black Sludge or whatever, I don't know, because he lost his leftovers, but yeah, I don't know. I think again, like that is a better decision. What you're saying, I'm still saying that I probably in this situation would go for the Beedrill just to get some instant pressure on. I feel it sets you
that's
up.
fair.
It sets you up. Like even if you have to sack Beedrill or whatever, then you just do what you said.
I think though, as long as you kill one thing, which going Skeledirge will help you do, then you can just click one button on Dracovish because you only have a couple turns left on Vish, and always get a super effective move, and then Beedrill can get the last hit on something. Yeah,
but this is also a moment where I think some people might not realize that we've seen all 4 moves from both of these mons and start second guessing certain plays on Dirge, right? Like you want to like not be surprised by something, and then you check their movesets.
I just think it's instructive to go over different lines, because that I think is a play to like, you take a minute to think on this turn, and you make a hard read, and maybe the hard read will win. If you don't win, you're losing anyways, right?
Right, yeah, and that was kind of my idea with Beedrill too. But here's the thing though, so does Dirge, let's say he clicks Quake, let's say he calls out one of these 2 swaps, you're killing Beedrill either way. Well, are you? Yeah, I mean, resisted, you're killing Beedrill either way, it doesn't matter. He's frail as fuck. How much is Dirge taking from that?
Earthquake does 38 to 45 with 0 defense. 0 defense, Skeledirge takes about 40.
That's still worth it, I think.
And then if you Terra fighting, you live the Scald next turn too, if you kill.
Right, but I'm saying, do you have enough juice to Oko this Claude from where he's at? Or can he click Earthquake again and chip you down more? Even if you Terra.
Well, the real threat would be Toxic, actually, over the Earthquake.
Yeah,
because
if they predict the Dirge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Toxic is a worse option here because it doesn't do anything to Beedrill. Whereas
no, sorry. So it's Earthquake on the swap, and then once Dirge is in front of Claude,
then the Toxic
from Earthquake,
right? Because then you have your Protect. Yeah.
Anyway, we've been talking about this.
Let's see what happens. I don't really know.
Yeah.
So he swaps. He goes to the Beedrill.
Does go
what
for
do we
the
see?
Beedrill.
And we see the call out there.
Read.
So.
But I don't think this is a winning play.
Ooh.
Yep.
Now, does he go into Vish? Yeah. So bringing Vish back out. Vish isn't really doing much for you at this point, anyway, right? Like
Not
he's
anymore.
just kind of.
Dies to Toxic here.
He's just kind of in purgatory.
Yeah, because he can just protect.
Yeah. But this is still fine because then you put Dirge in a position that you can come in, right? So, or are you putting Dirge in here, or are you putting Beedrill in? Because maybe Beedrill here. Now you're at 16% on this slow bro. If you're U-turning on this Claude swap, that can be you're in this same situation, except you've also just chunked this Clodsire. Right?
Yeah. I think regardless,
because now you end up in a bad spot. Now you end up in a bad spot.
You always needed a boost of some sort, and I think you get the boost the most consistently when you're against Slowbro.
Yeah. I mean,
because it doesn't have the threat of toxicing you.
We never found
that's true, but I just don't think we'll find out at the end. That's true, but I also think that if this is your plan, to come in and hex this, which is just going to lose Toxic Stall to a recovering Clodsire. If we're going back here, I don't even know where it was. The Beedrill there, right? So who dies? Vish dies. So if you're putting Beedrill in here, right? So the protect just worked, so he can't protect again. He has to swap. Not that a protect would do anything, just waste an extra turn. If you should,
you can go for the 33%,
but it doesn't give you anything. You don't even have lefties. So it's literally just an extra turn. But because he's not toxic. That's why I'd say you put Beedrill in here. If you click U-turn, you're ending up because you're either killing him with the U-turn, or you are suddenly in this exact same position, except now he's at 30%.
I think the play, I agree with that.
And you click your Torch Song, and then you start ramping that up. I don't think there's ever.
I agree. I think Dirge needed that turn against Slowbro to click the Torch Song though. Instead of the Will-O-Wisp, I think if Torch Song is the play there, you can start really ramping it up.
I don't think the Toxic or the Quake spam here is threatening enough that Torch Song won't outpace it either way.
Yeah, it might not matter honestly.
Yeah,
because you know that the next time, if this ends up being a stalemate and you get this Claude down low enough that he's dead to whatever Dirge clicks, I mean, to whatever, because if Beedrill's the last guy left, you just keep clicking U-turn. You don't have to swap. If he's low enough to die to U-turn, and this guy dies, then you killing both of these mons. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's the scenario that you don't want is letting him heal to the point where he can't be killed by U-turn, and you die. Like you need to time it so perfectly. Like,
the 1%.
Yeah, the 1%'s
literally the 1%.
I don't know if that's a high roll or a low roll, but
Harry, I think the burn is important, but it's only important because it's Hex over Shadow Ball.
yeah.
The set that I was assuming had Shadow Ball.
The
Doubling
one
the
time
cloud
he makes
on
the
that turn
call
left
out
sec,
there, he loses the B.
Yeah, unfor it. Well, hey, it happened. I think, but that's another one of those times where, like, hey, you made a play to try and win the game.
Yeah.
You were losing very slowly, getting drained out, and
It's like the play that we're talking about earlier in the game. It's just at the point where he has way less to lose by just clicking quick there.
Yeah. I don't know. I think regardless, this was a really cool game to see.
Yeah.
It really boiled down to literally 1%. Really, really cool game. Really good stuff from Sweets too. Good sets. I think the double protect was really good.
It's a good lesson for what to be prepared for when you're fighting a really stally team like this, because that's like the worst situation to find yourself in. And honestly, I don't want to say one of the easiest situations to avoid, but one of the situations that you should always prepare to avoid when you're in draft and you're going against mods like this is just be ready for that. Be ready for that setup.
But would you call this a stally team? It just has Clodsire slow.
No, but I'm saying, but like the fact that like he was down to 3 mons or even 4 mons. I think it was at one. No, maybe not 4. Was Rhyperior already dead? I don't remember. Against these 2 mons.
Harry, I do think, bringing Claude against bringing Vish against the Claude Slowbro does kind of just put you in these situations.
That's like Vish, the reason that he's legal in draft is because there are teams that can invalidate him like that. And
as we've seen,
those are basically
people,
the matches I just don't bring him to. So.
People in Hustle literally just switching low tier out for a low tier water absorb when they play against Matayoshi, who has the Vish, is so funny. Anyway, that was only our first replay. We talked about that one for about a half hour.
But it's a good one. Again, the short ones are always good to observe.
I think there were a lot of instructive turns and a lot of first experiences there too. Like Sweets is saying, never played against a Mega Beedrill before.
Yeah.
Didn't really know what to expect. I do think it's an easy mon to see what is coming. But like now that you fought it the first time, you know exactly what you're going to see the next time you see it. It only has like 5 move slots and Toxic Spikes if you want to count that too.
Yeah. No, pretty good.
It was a Specs Hydreigon.
Nice. Yeah, so GG. That was a good dub for Sweets. Good dub for Sweets, and honestly, it was a good, if you want to call it that, a good loss for Dave, It was only a 2 diff. I know that Dave was up 4-2 at one point and just got stalled out by the Slowbro Claude. But like losing 2-0 to like a very well played game and a very tight game, I don't think you can feel too bad about that. That was a GG, and you should hold your head high.
Yeah. All right. This is mine. This one will go quicker because I'll just tell you what I'm thinking.
Okay. Our resident content manager Toadiferous versus Skyhops.
If you guys, if you don't want to watch my replay every week, submit some fucking Swarm replays.
True. So Skyhops had an identity crisis after the first week and dropped everything for Rain.
Oh, for Whimsicott, that makes sense. I'm reading.
And we see another Dracovish. Woo!
There are 2 Truant games. We're doing Truant Swarm Hustle and then Truant Hustle.
Yep.
Yes.
Not all were chosen. We chose like some of the most popular. There were a bunch with 3 votes and like 4 and 5 votes, and then there was none submitted for Swarm, so Toady just put in his for Swarm.
Yeah, because I think my game is amusing at the very least, just because of what happens.
I think so too.
So
yeah, and it was a good game.
It is some of the craziest hacks you might see in a game. On both sides.
Okay, so
I don't think on any side was
Toady, let's have you have a bit of a backseat in this, and Stormtide and I will talk about what like our thoughts, and then maybe you can elaborate on your thought process.
Just make a play for me every turn, and then we'll see.
Okay, perfect. All right.
Without
so hold on, let's take a look at the Terra captains. We have Water, Shifu, and Fighting Ambi versus Dragon Diplin.
think that's Dragon Diplin, right?
Yep. That is correct.
Okay.
Let's get the show on the road. We see a lead Raikou into what I would assume is a lead Pelipper. We do see Electrode.
Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna play.
Electrode's not Terra though, so you're chilling.
Switch to Swamp? No?
Cyclozar's good.
Signal.
Honestly,
Beam.
Raikou can never really do anything against it.
So this was a.
That's a
Jeez.
I
that's
would
a
be
turn.
curious
One of
to
the turns.
see what the thought process there was. Unless you're thinking I'm choiced. Maybe you think I'm choiced, Signal Beam. You know I'm not scarfed if you outsped me. You know. But
yeah,
maybe,
you know
maybe think
for
I'm
sure it's not
specs.
Scarf, and you can calc the specs.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe he's thinking I'm scarfed there. Maybe he thinks I hard swap. I don't know why I would.
This is so big though for kind of a half rain team. Losing the Pelipper on turn 2 is pretty rough.
And you'll see why it matters.
It's kind of hard to
even more
recover from that.
on the next turn.
Oh, I do remember this. Yeah.
This is why I love fighting weather teams in draft, because I can be funny. There
You can be a
goes the
silly
rain
goose.
for the rest of the game.
Yep. Hits the Thunder though in the Sun.
Yeah.
Is that still a mechanic where Thunder's less accurate in Sun?
No,
or
that's
was
just
that
Hurricane.
that was just the past mechanic, right? Yeah.
No, it's Hurricane that's less accurate. Thunder's always been unaffected by Sun. Hurricane is 50% in Sun though.
Pretty sure Thunder
I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm
Gen 2 to
99%.
5. When used during harsh sunlight, its accuracy is reduced to
Okay.
50%.
So 'cause it went
But
wait,
it's
it
not a
went away in
mechanic
Gen 5?
anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. At least I don't think so.
So
Oh,
if
it
I had
still is.
known that he was clicking Firefang there, I would have just kept Venusaur because I'm thick fat, so he doesn't really do anything to that.
Oh, true. Oh, yeah, that's not. You're not running Chlorophyll, Venu.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's Mega, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
sun,
you could
the
keep
sun
it
was
Mega
just
and run Chlorophyll.
yeah. I actually did think about that after the fact. I think he was Overgrow though, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, Mega Venusaur is so critical to fighting this team. Like a rain team is just like the only thing that deals with it.
Stormtide had to dip for a sec. I'm not sure if he'll be back, but
It messed up.
just something came up and he had to dip. So I'll take the reins. We do see the facade on the burned Swampert. That's,
So I guess
I think,
expecting the Will-O-Wisp?
good sense, but yeah, maybe. Maybe thinking he just wants to flip turn around on the, even though it's a flame body.
I wasn't even looking at like the last 3 turns. What I will say here, okay, so I'll be completely honest. I don't think Swampert should have come to this game. I get that you don't want Raikou Volt switching around for free. Swampert just does absolutely nothing to Venusaur. Venusaur can do like click any button he wants on Swampert. And if you're assuming, which you should be in draft, that I am bringing a counter for rain in some capacity, you can't rely on Swift Swim to be working 100% of the time. And one thing I noticed actually when I was building for this team, I think we talked about it during the roster reviews because it was after the big free agent spree. This team's speed tiers are really jank. You have...
Yeah, I see a 150, a 121, and then rain.
I could literally run... I was Adamant Ambipom, Modest Raikou, Adamant Urshifu, Talonflame's full defense and HP, and I was still outsped the next fastest thing. Scarf Ribombee outspeeds everything in rain, even in Swift Swim.
Crazy.
So that's why I just had, Scarf Sunny Days just guaranteed this rain is gone.
Hmm.
And I also
I
had
don't
Sunny
think you
I also had
can,
Sunny Day on Raikou, who had Focus Sash if it was a lead Pelipper or something.
I don't think you can just say, don't bring Swampert because I have Venusaur, because that's how you end up losing. Like, you as the Venusaur player, if you assume that Swampert isn't coming because you have Venusaur, so you don't bring Swampert, like that's just how you
No, I bring it either way because he's good. Because that's the kind of thing where it's like if it were a different thing where it's a 1v1 matchup where it's like, oh yeah, I have this, so you won't bring this. That's a that's a trap that you might fall into. Venusaur is super good into basically every single mon on this roster. You know Venusaur is coming, and you know it can run the same set for most of these mons. That's why I'm saying where it's like I unless like the reason that I actually expected it was as a stealth rocker would have been what I expected, because
Yeah,
as
I
a
think-
physical attacker, it's just not doing anything to a physical.
Well, what's revealed on the set? Because I think seeing like Stealth Rock,
Just
Flip
Quake.
Turn,
Just
Earthquake,
Quake.
Facade
Yeah.
is a very fair set.
Yeah. No, it still could have been rocks. That's what I'm saying. It's like that was like the only thing I was expecting. I was surprised to see the facade because I guess I don't know if this is like post calc, but it's like I'm just wondering why that's the answer to Venusaur. You know?
Yeah, I do think Pert should have been Speed Crep too. Did you have Speed on your Venusaur?
No. Not at
Yeah, I would have liked it because Pert's I believe 70. So outside of rain, especially because it's a Swift Swimmer, you at least.
But
run
I
limit
want to
speed.
be. I actually want to be slower than Swampert because then I heal off whatever he does with Giga Drain.
Well, no, he flip turns.
I guess
Like
yeah,
he gets
flip,
rocks.
But dude, yeah,
like
but-
what I'm saying is rock on the Venusaur switch, flip turn out because you've crept a little bit and you're slightly faster. And now Venusaur, sure, you Giga Drain into like
Dipplin.
a Cyclizar. You know,
Yeah,
what does that do
yeah.
for you?
Well, when I predicted Cyclizar last time, I sludge bombed and it did like 70% and poisoned.
Okay, but
I
you
would
just
be- I would
said
be
you
more
wanted
worried
to
about
slower
the
so you
Dipplin,
can Giga Drain. So I'm just
Yeah,
I'm just
no,
using
no.
what you said.
No, I agree. I'm saying that in a situation like that, if he's staying in, yeah, flip turn is like the one scenario where you don't want to be slower, but I think it balances out that I
Mhm.
would rather take a hit and then Giga Drain if he's deciding to
Yeah.
stay in.
Yeah, Monkey Boy, you're right. It's like Venusaur kind of just 1v9s this team.
Which is why what happens next is kind of tragic, but we'll get to that.
I think I do remember what happened. actually.
so-
Yeah, that was a good predict.
yeah.
Venusaur is so cool. Crunch. Yeah, that's going to do a whole lot.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised I did more than 10.
Yeah, but then the thing is too is like, yeah, none of these mons want to swap it on Sludge Bomb. I mean, after Terra, yeah, it's fine because it's neutral, but like you're not bringing Dipplin in on a flip turn on a Sludge Bomb, right? I don't know. Like it kind
No
of
poison. Dragon Tail switch. See, if you had gotten Rocks up from Pert, this Dragon Tail can start doing a lot of work.
Yeah,
I know that like the Facade was there for kind of cool tech to do about 50 Venusaur. I think that's really interesting.
yeah.
Like
This
an interesting
play- wait.
idea.
What did I do here? Oh, that was me expecting a Dragon Tail. That's
Yeah.
what that was.
I think it's just sad to see sometimes when like players get a little too saucy, and it ends up that like the standard set would have done so much and put in so much work for them.
Yeah. I will also note that for this entire game, I was just unaware of the Dipplin Eviolite thing. So I was calcing everything. 'Cause
Yeah.
There's no Dipplin set on the calc. So I literally just was
No,
like,
really?
okay, worst case scenario is 252 HP defense, right? Bold. Or not bold, but you know what I mean. Like, he's physically attacker. But,
Yeah, so even though Dipplin doesn't have an evolution, just for stream, it doesn't have an evolution, but the evolution has been leaked that it's coming out in the next Scarlet Violet DLC, and in game it can hold an Eviolite, and it can use Eviolite. Like it gets the proper stat boost from it, even though it doesn't have an evolution. It's kind of a confirmation that yeah, it's getting an evolution.
Yeah.
And that plus sticky hold, meaning it can't be knocked off, is actually pretty good.
Yeah, and you know, honestly, the knockoff too. Like, it's funny that I clicked knockoff because I was 100% thinking that I saw lefties, and I think it was just a weak Giga Drain that healed him 10% at some point in the match. Yeah, that like looked like lefties. So yeah, so I'm doing all my calcs, having no clue that Eviolite's a thing. So I'm like completely predicting this set wrong. Like, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh wait, he must be physically defensive. Wait, no, he's especially defensive. Yeah, this mono.
Venusaur
almost
clicked
felt like-
Sludge Bomb, Royce. I don't think it clicked Toxic.
No, it doesn't have toxic. What are you saying? I'm saying knockoff.
No, they're talking in chat about why didn't you just click Toxic against the
Oh yeah, no.
Dipplin,
no
but you don't
toxic.
have Toxic.
This is
it was
the full
Sludge
set
Bomb.
here. Yeah, this is, you can see everything now. So that knockoff, yeah, it was. I forgot that he has sticky hold, but then also that
Yeah.
would have been. That's actually like.
I think this is a case of kind of just underestimating the Dipplin here, honestly.
100%, dude. I will I will stand by the fact that I just completely did not know what this thing did. And again, I mean,
Yeah.
that's part of that's the fact that it doesn't have a set on the calc. I mean, you have to like, if
Yeah.
you don't know what this
No
one
calc
does, like
sets.
you have to guess.
I know some people use like the Smogon like
Yeah,
forum
I
stats too
sometimes check
for
that,
info.
but
I
just-
can't stand
didn't
it,
think he was
dude.
gonna be
I
that
always
crazy.
just I don't know. I just type it into Showdown on the team builder. I look at its moves,
Yeah.
and that's it. That's it for me. Sometimes it does lead me to like miss an important move or like a signature move that's considered usually useless.
Yeah.
But hey, it happens. Royce, I don't think Toady at the time knew that Eviolite Sticky Hold was
Yeah, I didn't know that Eviolite was a thing
Was
at
its
all
thing.
on this mon.
yeah.
So. Yeah, toxic. I mean,
All
like
right,
knowing now, like yeah, toxic is like the answer to this mon because you're
Yeah.
not hitting it for anything. so that would be a change that maybe I make later
And
on.
then Dragon Breath.
So
That's a
this
move you
is
don't
this
see
is
every
where it
day.
gets really tragic. Because I would start fishing for a sludge bomb poison, basically is what I do here, because I can stall this out. So we get Dragon Breath Para on the second one, into crit Dragon Breath Para, into Dragon Breath Para, into
Oh no.
Dragon Breath
Oh no, what's happening?
Para,
Oh,
into
oh,
death.
no.
So this mon from full health could not move until it died.
That's
From
tragic. Can't
Dragon Breath.
miss too? Is it 90?
I
No, actually, I think it's
don't
100.
think so. I think it's 100%. It's just super weak.
Oh,
It's just
that
not a
is
strong
tragic.
attack. But he gets a crit on the middle one, which also gives him one less that he has to get a para for. You know, and I'm clicking synthesis the whole time, you know, trying to just get something up. But yeah. So that was the mon that like answers the rest of this team. Like, you know, like he handles both of these. So
Yeah.
I like that was like, do I just like lose this game at this point? But you know, that like as unlucky as that looks, it's also extremely unlucky that I think we completely glossed over the turn because we were talking about something else. But I think it had to be later because it killed him. So here's this. So I'm thinking there's no way he clicks Vicious Rend on Venusaur, right? I resist it. I'm physically
Surely.
defensive. You know that I'm physically defensive. I'm thinking Psychic Fangs, right? And I think no, he hasn't shown Scarf yet, but I'm kind of predicting Scarf in this scenario. So I'm like, okay, Psychic Fangs. I'll fish for it's not changing Venusaur. I'll fish for the burn on a Psychic Fangs. I can probably take 2 or at least roost through it, right? So that's why. So I make the talent swap here, not expecting a Vicious Rend at all, and we get the Vicious Rend, but my poor play is paid off by getting the Flame Body proc on the
Hey, it happens.
on the one hit. And this is a Scarf Vish. So Scarf already nerfing its power, and then Burn on top of that. So let's go. So like he's pretty neutered, and he's actually more neutered than I thought he was. I was pretty worried about losing Venusaur at that point, but like then looking back, it's like it doesn't really matter because he doesn't hit Urshifu, which, you know, also resists Vicious Rend. So okay, so we just got past this. Here's Amapon, the best mon in the game.
That fake out doing 50 is crazy.
Doing over 50. So this.
Oh, and the Leaf Storm.
The Leaf Storm miss, I actually don't think made a massive difference. Maybe it did. I don't think this thing kills Raikou though. If Leaf Storm hits and nerfs the special attack, I don't think it kills Raikou. It does mean though that maybe you swap to Diplin on Raikou, which is pretty free.
Oh man.
But yeah, so like this entire game is just just like
kind of a write-off.
Yeah.
Signal Beam. What are your moves? You have Signal Beam, T-Bolt, Volt Switch,
and Sunny Day.
Sunny Day.
He was Sash Sunny Day as a backup for if Rabambi couldn't get it off, or if Rabambi died after and Pelipper was still alive.
Yeah.
I was fishing for a confuse here. I was like, because the best way to get Urshifu in here is to sack the to sack something. I think I bring Ambipom in next though too, just to get him lower. That Signal Beam, literally the confusion lasted 1 turn. And
it didn't proc. Meanwhile, you get parried 4 times and crit. Like.
So, but again, I mean, dude, like there's bad luck on both sides for this entire game.
Yeah, that's true.
So okay, so here I just put him in a situation there where it's like you gotta get the chunk. I mean, you can recover after that, but then I get a pre put in for that. Here's what I'm realizing at this point. This is actually still before I know that the Eviolite is a thing. I'm calcing for just max HP and max defense with plus nature. And 2 Sword Stances kills this mon. It's the only way to kill it at 87% is with 2 Sword Stances. I'm running my calcs, and he does not, unless he's doing Psychic Fangs, which doesn't kill Ambipom. He's with the Burn and Scarf. It actually doesn't kill Ambipom at this percent. because I'm HP invested. I think I have like 23 speed, or not 23, you know, multiple
Wow.
4, because
Yeah.
that's how much of the speed creep I didn't have to worry about. This is like an
Yeah,
almost
crazy.
max HP Ambipom.
Wow.
And so I know like he's limited in options. That's the only thing he can click there that kills me, except for Fish's Rend as well. But both of those options do not do enough to Urshifu. Looking
Yeah, and
back,
this
he
is rapid
should have
strike, not
he
simple.
should have clicked Fish's Rend, because then he can swap out here. But now he's locked into Outrage, and it's not doing
True,
anything.
and
to
you
me.
take advantage of that.
And I can just set up 2 Swords Dances for free here. Even if he doesn't hit
And he
himself
even
in
got-
Confusion, I survive another one.
He even got the 3-turn outrage too. That might have been bad.
Yeah. But no, that doesn't matter because he's still choice locked. So it's like he still has to click Outrage. So that's what
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
there was always a crit out there too.
Yeah, I mean, but again, like, I mean, I guess I should have expected it with how much the luck was going in this game. but realistically, I'm like, listen, this is my out. I have to get 2 Sword Stances and click Close Combat twice, and I win.
Yeah,
And that's what I had to bank on. So
still
the
a crazy game.
It's the only way out.
So much-
but that, like,
so
there's
much
just so
RNG.
much RNG. That was just like not a real game.
It's so
Just-
funny that like Venusaur that should 1v6 this team actually just gets paralyzed 4
just
times and
crippled
dies.
out of the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Swap to where? Harry.
If you swap to Diplin. Oh, true. So you're saying if you swap to Diplin on the first close combat, just sack the Diplin and then bring back in Scarf Vish with Psychic Fangs? Psychic Fangs probably kills.
I have Aqua Jet though.
-1. You Jet? I don't think Jet kills. It's 4 times resisted.
It's 4 times resisted, but he was pretty low at that point.
Yeah, go back. See
And
what-
I have
what
double
percent
sword
was it.
stance at 30, and with burn chip and
Oh,
confuse. I mean, the
okay, yeah,
confuse.
yeah.
Granted, that's assuming he swaps there.
Yeah, true. That
but
confuse
with
wouldn't have mattered.
burn chip, and let's see. I mean, let me run a calc right now.
Yeah, sure.
This is just. I guess we can get the sets because this is the end of the game.
Yeah, true,
Because
just
I'm
end the
curious. I'm curious what a +4 Aqua Jet does. Because you gotta assume
What's your
Psychic
item?
Fangs. Life Orb, I think. Am I Life Orb? Wait,
I don't think so.
that wasn't Life Orb.
Are you adamant?
Punching Glove. It was Punching Glove. Yeah, and I'm adamant.
Adamant punching glove?
So Punching Glove doesn't boost Aqua Jet.
No.
But I still had I had
Boost
Terra
is-
Water. I still had Terra Water in my back pocket because I didn't use Terra. So if,
True.
if it comes to that, I'm clicking Terra. So let's do Urshifu, Rapid. Is there a Swords Dance?
It
But-
does, before Terra, it does 15 to 18.
Is there a
After Terra, it does
+4?
20 to 24.
Aqua Jet. Vish.
Unless, sorry, did you say you were adamant or no?
I am adamant.
Okay, then it does
let's-
10% more.
Where is the? I just want to make sure. I'm assuming he's just not invested in anything.
22 to
30
26
32
to
HP.
0 HP.
32 HP though. That's what he has.
Okay.
I don't think he has anything else though. So that's doing 21 to 25. He's
Yeah.
coming in. Where was it? What was he at before the confuse? So he's at 37.
I think he wins if he makes that play. If you
Yeah.
switch to Diplin on the CC, stack it just to get the reset and drop the confuse.
So
Still, the fact that it came down to a literal last turn like
Yeah.
read, you know?
yeah, let's see if his pitch glove. Yeah. 21, 32
That was a roller coaster game, though. We've had a few roller coaster games this week
for
as
sure.
well.
Let me just out of curiosity though. Psychic Fangs after the close combat while burned. Because I also have HP investment, I think, on this. Or should feel at least a little bit. He is 44 HP. 44 HP, Psychic Fangs at -1 defense. 37 to 44. He doesn't even kill.
Oh, damn. Wait, what
Psych-
percent are you
Psychic
at?
Fangs does not kill.
This is also choice band that you're using, too.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. So it actually
So
super
it actually
didn't matter.
it doesn't matter at all. Yeah, nothing he
Yeah.
does would have killed me there.
Crazy.
So I mean, maybe if I click friggin' Aqua Jet, but I guess it doesn't matter because I just Aqua Jet twice. So,
Yeah, that's true.
but yeah. So it didn't matter by 1%. So like, because that's how this game has to go.
Yeah,
but yeah,
that's still an insane game.
Yeah.
Oh, GG, dude.
Yeah. All right, next up.
We got a hustle game.
We got
I don't even know what we're doing.
Versus
Okay.
Jortson. This one I don't believe I saw. I don't think I saw this one.
This one was pretty insane. It's another one. This one really went down to the wire.
Is this Mega?
Some really innovative sets too.
Or no, it's
yeah,
not Mega
Blastoise is Terra.
Yeah, but he's not Mega. Yeah, he's just Terra. Okay.
Yep. It's Terra Blastoise versus Terra I believe it's Greninja and Dipplin.
Another
again.
Dipplin.
Is this the third Dipplin game or just the second?
Dude, I think we might have underpriced Dipplin. Actually, I don't know how much it's worth.
It sucks.
Well, dude, Eviolite Sticky Hold, that's a game winner. I think that's a underrated thing. If I had known about that, dude, that's kind of insane.
I don't know. How much better is it than Appleton?
Is Appleton Sticky Hold?
No, but it is thick fat.
Yeah, but is it?
I don't think it's that much better, dude. Not gonna lie.
I don't know. Appleton's better. Okay.
Appleton's better? I don't know. I wouldn't say better. I think they're like probably around even, and I think Appleton kind of sucks too.
Yeah. So this is an
but yeah,
interesting
it's
start.
basically like just toxic and taunt bait.
Starts of the game right off. You might be putting in Sableye expecting the low punny, but Scrappy Fake Out is just going to beat Prankster.
Might be expecting a Tinglu lead for the Magic Bounce.
Maybe. Oh, is this Mega?
Because this is Mega. This is Mega Sableye.
So. It's not
hits the
doing
Fake
much
Out.
anything. Yeah.
So he stays base actually to get a Prankster,
Probably to
trying
get
to maybe
Prankster,
get a
yeah.
Prankster Willow.
I'm thinking maybe Prankster T-Wave. Oh, no, it is Wisp.
There's the Willow.
Yeah, Prankster ain't gonna do anything to Tinglu though. So now probably expecting the rocks.
Oh my god!
Oh,
I
because
forgot
it's no
about
longer Prankster. Wait, was that intentional?
that. Not likely. What the heck is going on, dude? If that Will-O-Wisp hit, that would have been so big.
Yeah.
Because then
I don't know
was
what else
coming out
happens
of
with
it.
this thing, but Magic Fountain.
Oh, the read too.
Yeah, it's a good read because it's still not doing enough to zap. I'm assuming this is fully physical. Ooh, that's a
Missed the Hurricane. Justice.
neutral though. So might not do that much. Oh, that is some
Toxic
not
Chain.
lucky though.
No Toxic Chain.
I mean, what does this mon run? Usually like Calm Mind sets, right? So what's the U-turn?
No, not necessarily.
I don't
U-turn,
know what it does. I just haven't seen it.
U-turn like dual stab is really good with like Assault Vest, Toxic
Oh,
Chain.
okay.
Could run Roost.
So I guess he's taking
It was a risky U-turn, you're right. Okay, get the Paraproc. Sorry, get the
U-turn
Toxic Chain.
Nope.
No Toxic Chain. It'll never happen.
What is
even
Toxic
once.
Chain's chance?
30.
I feel like
Or
that's
so
just
they
like
say.
I feel like that's just like not a great thing to fish for though when you're already paralyzed, because there's also a 30% chance that you just don't move and eat another hit. You know, like at what point is it better to just run Toxic on a mon?
I think it's 25, isn't it?
If
I
you
don't
want
remember.
Toxic, is it 25? Yeah, whatever.
It might be. It's
don't
like
remember.
somewhere around there. Yeah, it's the risky play, or the risky take, I guess. It does just drop to the Prim. Prim is so good. Prim's one of those mons that used to be kind of a crutch mon for me, so I've just stopped drafting it. Moonblast is just a hell of a drug, honestly.
Yeah, any mon that gets it is just so much better, which is why Wigglytuff needs it. I'm
Ooh,
watching
ow,
two
that
Dipplin
hurt.
games at once, so this game might have happened at the same time as the other game.
Oh, you know what? I think it did.
That's probably why I didn't see this one, to be honest.
What makes Prim so good? Very good typing. It has good, a lot of good item slots. It can run like Assault Vest or Leftovers or berries, or sorry. Okay, or honestly, like any choice item. I've even run like a Mystic Water set with like Flip Turn, Aqua Jet, Hydro Pump, Moonblast kind of thing.
It seems to just have a couple moves that are like, these are moves that every mon once, which is
Yeah,
every
Kiss is
mon
really
of
good,
their
yeah.
type. That is, every fairy once move less, and every water type once flip turn.
Yeah,
And it's got both.
I recommend it if
Does it have
you
Scald
haven't
too?
had a
I'm
chance to
assuming
draft
that
it.
decks.
Yeah, it has Scald. If you haven't had a chance to draft it, Harry, I actually really recommend it. It's one of those things. I was just talking earlier about like dual typing cores and stuff. Water Fairy is so nice to slot into like a Fairy Dragon Steel and a Firewater Grass. Really good early to mid draft pickup.
Yeah. So
Different from
okay.
Azumarill too, because Azu's very like,
I'm wondering.
you know, you kind of expect it to belly drum.
I'm wondering what the play is here. So I like the bringing in because I just double checked to see if he had shown Infestation yet, which he has. Infestation on the Ghost type is smart because then if he stays in, you're not trapped and you're just calling that, you're gonna resist it.
Yeah.
He swaps out, so you lose the Infestation anyway. I don't know what the plan here is because you can't Wisp Ceruledge. It's Fire type. He just Sword Stance in your face and you're recovering. I guess you don't know what its set is, but I don't know. You just took 50% from that.
But what else is to your play? Do you have to go Tusk?
Oh, there's Foul
it's
Play.
tough. Foul Play just kills through the
That'll do
Colbert.
it.
Lol, I
Oh,
guess
wait,
that was the play all
Colbert, too.
along.
Yeah, that's wild. I'm so used to seeing Sash on Ceruledge.
A second Ice Spinner read and a
And
second
static.
static proc. Oh no. Oh, it's happening.
It's happening.
Except it's happening against the Diplin team. Plus the fact that that Diplin has to be the Terra here instead of Gren is, I think, pretty big. Really alleviates a lot of pressure on the
already
team.
Terran?
Diplin's Terra Steel.
Yeah, but when you say it has to be, are you saying because it's already Terran or?
Yeah,
in the
because it's
matchup
already
it
Terra
happened?
now.
Okay,
Yeah.
Static is a fun ability.
I meant like the fact that it was forced to Terra there is
Yeah.
what I meant.
Yeah, I see that.
Dude, this thing lives. That's crazy.
Static is one of those things where it's like it feels like so much more than 30% chance, but I also can't complain because it feels like so much more than 30% chance even when I'm the one using it.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones that's
Is
just
this
always
all
100%.
helmet chip, by the way? All the damage from Lop, I believe, is helmet chip.
Is it?
Big grass knot on the switch. If this was burned, you can probably stay in here. You do
Or
just
you
stay in
stay in
anyways,
anyway.
and for it.
Boink. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Unless you have another plan.
If it was burned, I don't think you win it, but you definitely put it to like 5%.
Yeah.
And then, and the earthquake here would do.
Oh, that crit.
Oh, it crit too. The earthquake there would do 40 if it was burned. Let's see if that matters.
There's the battle.
Proc the battle bond.
I mean, does it matter? No, fake out just kills you, dude. Like, yeah.
Are you sure?
Oh.
This is some Nahyma tech here.
Oh, that's the answer. Because that's the scariest thing when if you're
Yep.
in this situation. Or you get static. Does liquidation
Yeah.
contact?
Yeah, it does.
Oh.
Kebia?
Still enough.
Through the Kebia.
I mean,
no
dude,
berries
like,
for
plus-
you against
plus
Zuzu.
3. Like, now you wonder what he clicks here. Gunk shot again. Not
Oh
enough.
my god. Let's see if this could have terra'd. What was the terra type? Plus, it might have lived a surf
know.
if it was at 60.
I mean, yeah, or resist it.
Oh, and the crit.
Well, does that crit matter? I would assume actually probably it does. That's a defensive discipline.
You might be able to recover through it. I'm not sure.
This was Terra
Is that
Poison.
specs?
Terra Poison makes the difference.
Yeah, if it was
It's
Terra Poison
mirror
shot there, it
too.
actually wins.
Is it
Oh,
mirror
yeah, that's
Earth
right.
expecting
You definitely
the shell
overcooked
smash?
there. Yeah, for the shell smash.
Though realistically, the Life Orb doesn't help you because you're gonna kill yourself, and
Yeah.
Expert Belt doesn't help you against Blastoise, so
Yeah, exactly.
didn't really make a difference in the end for that.
Maybe even just like a berry of some sort.
Yeah.
Like a pinch berry that boosts a stat, or
What's the berry for for reducing the damage of a crit.
True. Poison Barb, yeah. Muscle Band, true. I actually think Muscle Band is really underrated. I never see anybody run it, but I like it a lot. I'll probably run Muscle Band more than I'll run Expert Belt. I'm just an Expert Belt hater, though.
Yeah. I always just assumed that it was a garbage item because I never see people run it, but like in my playthroughs of the games, I use it all the time. It's like, oh yeah, well,
yeah,
it's better than nothing on my physical attacker,
yeah,
right? I'm not gonna
it's
ban
okay
them
in
for
game
storyline playthrough.
Yeah, it's okay in game because you kind of just get it and like early on a lot of the time, and it's like, hey, why not? It's 10%.
Exactly, yeah.
No, 10%, 10%. But the trade off between it and Life Orb is like really relevant, and sometimes you just need a little bit extra damage. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's the same thing with like Wise Glasses versus Life Orb, right? It's like,
yeah,
if you're just playing storyline.
Yeah. All right, so that was our hustle game. I think that was crazy. I do think Justin overcooked a little bit with the Mirror Herb, but the fact that it came down to literally what 4% on a Blastoise.
Yeah, and actually, if you're
and
planning,
all of these games are so close.
If you're planning for a realistic outcome, right, with the maybe you're assuming Tinglu's burned, maybe you're assuming you're not going to get critted. Life Orb Grass Knot probably wins there, so like it does a little extra. Or no, oh wait, no, that was Zera or the clicking Grass Knot though, not Ground.
Yeah. But still, if the Tinglu was burned, for example, then maybe the Gren lives the Surf from Blastoise, etc., etc. It was probably in Torrent range, so not likely.
That's true at 9%.
Yeah. All right.
Next up, back to Truant.
Another Truant battle. We have Zethandis versus Cade. Cade is Tony on Discord. What do you expect to see leads here? I see a lot of hazards on Cade's side.
Is this Mega DNC? I'm guessing.
I believe it is. I think so, yeah.
I mean, I would say there's two good options on both of these teams. Rabombi or Lando, depending on the Lando set. I don't know what the Lando set is.
Cade's out here playing friggin' Legends Arceus. What the heck? Look at his team.
Yeah, he has all the Hisuian. Deancey, maybe you expect that for the Magic Bounce for Rabombi, like specifically expecting one of these. Doesn't help you against spikes from this guy, though.
Yeah, Samurot's so broken, dude. Holy crap.
But at least you're resisting, and you have probably a fairy type attack data back with you, just Moonblast.
Yeah,
so it's like he still doesn't want to click it on you, even though you can't bounce it. And then, of course, you have Gliscor as an optional lead as well. The only other thing that I would expect, maybe, looking at this team, not super good into Rock, except for your one Rock type, which maybe you expect this. I mean, Arcanine's going to get walled by DNC, probably. Other than that, though, if you're not expecting the DNC lead, maybe you just put Hisuian Arcanine.
Yeah, I wonder how much Fizdef Gliscor takes from a head smash from
Well, it's neutral,
Arcanine.
so yeah, if you're Fizdef, I don't know.
From like a Jolly Band Arcanine. I don't think it can afford to run Adamant, because if it's Jolly Gliscor, you'll get outsped. Oh wait, doesn't it already outspeed? It's 95 to 90. I forgot that Hisuian Arcanine loses 5 speed.
Yeah. Yeah, Gliscor's faster.
So you probably have to be like 252 Jolly Arcanine head smash.
Yeah. Well, either way, I'm expecting one of these two, and then one of these two.
Yeah, I think that's a trade you make too. Yeah, you go for the Gliscor lead. If he leads Arcanine, didn't. If he leads Arcanine, that's fine. You can just Earthquake and take like 60 from the head smash.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Straight
definitely don't
hazards.
get one hit KO'd if you're
No. I think you even take one of Banded.
Yeah. So he's got the webs up, but Gliscor has defog in Netdex. Does he want to defog his own rocks? I don't know. He doesn't have
I feel like the rocks are actually so good against Cade's team though.
They are, and a lot of your team also ignores this.
Yeah, or just doesn't care. I think Dancy is probably the biggest thing that cares about its speed here.
Mega Dancy loses speed.
It is
though.
Clear Body
No,
right
no,
now.
It gains speed.
It's actually Clear Body right now, which is big. The counter on the Ceaseless Edge. Get the spikes up, but it'll die to the poison.
That'd be
That's
funny
crazy
if
tech.
Countering Ceaseless Edge also gave them the spikes.
True. Probably just a triple axle here.
Yeah.
1,
Two.
2,
Three.
3. Goodbye.
I don't know. Are you not expecting the triple axle there, or are you just? Because I feel like Volcanion, if you
I
were
mean,
gonna
what do you
just put
do? You
him in
just switch
after,
into like
put
maybe you
Volcanion,
have to be
dual
helmet.
resists.
Oh wait, it's fairy.
Well, I mean now he Terra Faired, yeah.
I mean, yeah, but
I'm saying if you're expecting that triple axle, just put this dude in.
I mean, hold on, pause for a sec. Switching into it on, like, you're right. It's very likely to be
What
Axel
else
here.
is he hitting you with?
What do you mean? What else is he hitting you with?
And he has protect. Click protect. Find out what he's clicking. And then,
It has protect. Did it reveal protect?
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, if you protect on a Galley, that's a surefire way to lose. Just saying.
Yeah, I mean, good source.
You don't want to click protect on an SD.
Yeah.
But like, Cade could very easily predict a switch here. You know, like if
Yeah. And just click sword stance anyway.
if you go for the SD, or if you go for
What does
just
he
like
hit?
close combat into close combat,
What does he hit Volcanion with after +2?
CC.
But
It
he's
probably
Terra
kills unless it's like max
Terra
defense. I mean, that's just another coin flip then. You're right, it is Terra Fairy, but that's just another coin flip. I don't know. I feel like the I don't know what the Slow King set is, but if it's like helmet, like bold helmet, that's a really good switch into triple axle that doesn't make you just
Slow King,
lose
yeah.
and force yourself into another 50-50.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
just
think
think
that
it's. I
kills.
just don't think it's really a 50-50. If your plan all along was to bring in Volcanion and click Terra Blast Fairy and just kill him, you know,
Mhm.
I think it's like, you know, you're either eating a triple axle and not giving a shit, or he's swords dancing and then you're Terra Fairing anyway and probably not getting one hit KO'd.
Yeah. Monkey Boy, it could be like bold Volcanion. That's a pretty common set. I do think the Gliscor could have put in a lot more work,
Yeah.
and it would have been worth saving. Is it boots? Not
No.
boots.
Not boots. So maybe it is Rock Gauntlet. So how much? So that did 41%. So you survive a Swords Dance Earthquake if that's his best option. And you
Yeah,
just kill him
barely.
back anyway. He
But you
either
do.
swaps out and loses the Swords Dance that he just spent a turn on, or you kill him. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if this is your plan with the Volcanion to begin with, why sack the Gliscor?
Yeah. Fair enough.
Like,
Clear body coming in
is
clutch. This does
clutch.
nothing to Gudra though.
It's neutral at least. And you're oh no,
yeah.
you're neutral to yeah, what the fuck.
The flash cannon, yeah, the special attack drop doesn't even matter for that.
The flash cannon that already was shown. Like,
Get his boots, Slow King. Grass knot. That's interesting.
Wait,
and wait,
was
you
he
click
already
grass
out?
knot into the. That's a crazy turn. Hold up.
wait. Is he clicking grass knot on the yeah, he's clicking it on the Gudra, which is also
Yeah.
dual resisted.
Maybe expecting.
There's
Arcanine
nobody on
to
this
come
team
in.
that I want to click grass knot on. Who? Neutral.
I mean, maybe the grass knot was for the Samurott.
Samurai's dead.
No, I mean you said
why
that there
he
was nothing
brought
on the
it?
team you wanted. Yeah,
No,
that's,
I'm saying
that might be
saying
just why he
on
brought
this
it.
turn. On this turn, who are you trying to hit?
Yeah,
with?
I don't like the grass knot there. I think that was just a mind brain fart.
To be fair, that's also like
Sunspore.
this thing is light as hell, and it resists.
Yeah, that's true.
it's like 20 BP. Against
Gets
I
the
don't know- I
parrot
don't know
too,
what the
damn.
move is.
That does negative damage. Sludge
Yeah,
bomb
sludge
kills.
bomb. I feel
guess
like
it
is
didn't
just a
matter.
better thing to click if you're expecting a swap.
Yeah.
Obviously, it doesn't hit the Gudra.
Yeah, the grass knot's gonna do like 2% to Gudra.
Yeah, like you're either not doing anything either way, or you're sniping this, doing a decent
Getting a
amount,
poison
at least
proc
a
on something
stab.
else.
Yeah, like a chance to proc. I guess Lando resists it, but still a chance for poison proc, and it's stab. Yeah, so-
Yeah, true. Could even be Sap Sipper. Lando just comes in. Goes for the Stone Edge read on the Haunch Crow switching in.
yeah, but he's got the chilly reception.
Reception into backs. This is a threat,
Lowered
even though it's
speed
-1.
backs. But you're also weak to Stone Edge, and now you're slow. Why don't you click Stone Edge there? You don't want to miss?
Maybe didn't want to miss. I don't think it KOs.
I mean, you're weak to it. I guess it's not stab.
You
I mean,
definitely click
certainly it
Stone Edge
kills
there though, because
Yeah,
Earthquake doesn't
certainly
kill.
kills
Yeah.
there. Ooh, unlucky one Icicle Spear. Rigged game.
What the heck? Go for the miss.
Is he Scarf? Oh no, Extreme Speed.
Oh, it's extreme speed. Okay.
I guess that's smart.
Honchkrow's looking pretty big though.
Does it have superpower?
It might.
I mean, like it has it in Natdex. I mean.
Oh, I think it learns it. It definitely has a fighting move. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think it's superpower. Oh. This boy
Yeah,
can't
get as much chip
move.
on this as you can.
You have slack off, right? No, he doesn't. Oh, he's probably AV.
4%.
Wait, but what's? I still don't understand what the point of this grass knot is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like psychic, at least is stab.
Oh, the sucker punch.
Sucker punch. Oh, and the
Extreme
Moxie.
speed can outspeed the sucker though.
Yeah, I mean you don't want to be choiced here. Oh, he doesn't
And
extreme
he
speed.
doesn't go for the sucker punch or the extreme speed.
Is he? Here's the question:
Oh,
Is he
man.
choiced? Is he choiced? No, he's lefties.
It's leftovers. So that was actually just a 50-50 turn at the end.
I mean, I don't really think it's a 50-50, don't you? I know you don't outspeed.
No.
It is 50.
Oh,
it
he
is a
thought sucker
punch
was
50-50.
+2 prio. Yeah, it's also not very intuitive that if somebody uses a higher priority attack, that it gets cancelled.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, attack them if they're attacking me. And they hit with extreme speed, and you see your sucker punch fail, and you're like, well, why'd that happen?
Yeah.
I don't know, good to know.
Yeah,
And I
that's
don't
the
think
thing.
Zathandis is ever gonna fall for that if it was corrected in chat after, so.
Yeah.
But damn. So this,
Honchko's
actually,
like
if my history is correct here, this is Zathandis' first ever draft win.
Damn. Congrats.
And he's not, but he's not a first time drafter. He's been around a couple seasons.
I thought he was just here last season.
And kind of bottomed out. Yeah, he was here last season, and he also drafted with me in a season in a different league, in like the quote unquote home league that a bunch of other people that we know IRL are from.
Yeah.
Yeah, he drafted there once or twice. And I think bottomed out every single time there also. So big day for Zathandis. Zathandis stonks are way up right now.
Absolutely. Yeah, and you know who has +3 priority? Fake out. And you know who does like
True.
70% with fake out? Ampapong.
Very true, homie. Loads of GG.
Last
So
one.
again, congrats Zathandis on your win. Oh, and here we go.
He's a dork.
Okay, this one
Do you want
was
me to
highly
pilot this one?
requested. Yeah.
I think
I'll
I saw
take
it
back
live,
seat.
but I don't really fully remember it, so I guess we'll see.
Yeah. This was highly recommended, or requested rather. I, again, didn't really want to submit it, but the people were here for the people.
I do remember it being hype. I just don't really remember exactly what happens. I'm going to predict
Yeah.
Nidoking lead.
Yeah, are you?
I will not predict the lead on the other side. I think it's better to leave it to chance.
Yeah. Surely.
But if I did, it would probably be Gallade.
True. Well, hey, you got it.
Yeah, I got it.
Good job.
So, okay. I'm assuming this is Life Orb, Sure Force, but maybe it rocks. But
Ouch.
Sash. Flinch.
No flinch?
Flinch.
No flinch.
No flinch, but it doesn't really do that much. Wait, is there a reason? What do you have? When Nidoking gets... He doesn't really get anything to hit super effectively there.
Nope.
So is there a reason that
His best...
you don't just swap, though? Like, maybe you're expecting Zen Headbutt? I guess it's the same thing you said, where it's like you don't want to just swap on a sword stance.
It was like... There were a bunch of possibilities for that turn, where Gallade could have clicked Axel and just killed me turn 1. That was a risk that I took.
Yeah. Oh, that's true, because that also hits Nidoking.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
Clef,
figured...
though. Like, I don't know if you're
I
unaware
figured
of Magic Card,
Well, the obvious plays for me are switch to one of Goldengo or Clef.
but... Mhm.
And SD is always a threat. I know I could be unaware of Clef, so I don't think SD was the play. I always think attack there is a play, and it's probably going to be knockoff. I think is a very safe move.
Yeah, because it hits the gold angle.
Yeah, it'll like worst case scenario drop Clef's item, and then I don't have a berry for it later or whatever. So I thought I'm just gonna get some chip on this because I don't want it to be able to SD for free, and I think he's gonna go for a read.
That's
he ended
fair.
up just clicking the Zen, which Zen was another like fair play. Maybe there's just not enough room on his set to bring Axel.
Speed tie with Ogre.
Yeah.
And then Moon outspeeds. Yeah. Maybe there's a roll in there that bringing him down to 51 makes it guaranteed for Moon.
I kind of just wanted chip, didn't want to let him SD for free, and thought he would go for a prediction.
Yeah. That was a prediction, I guess.
That was another prediction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go back into King. I have to take a risk here that he's not fast Gliscor, which it's likely that he is. Ends up not being.
Earth Power again? Or no? Oh, you are rocks. Okay.
Just get the rocks.
And
now it's another risk. Is this fast? Turns out it is fast.
Yeah. What were you clicking Earth Power there?
Yeah, that was an Earth Power for sure.
I guess you don't click Earth Power on the on Gliscor because you might think that.
Yeah,
you're not
switch
expecting
was
this
wise beam.
Yeah. Yeah.
No. I had a crazy quack set here that I can go over later.
I remember this live now.
Yeah, this ended up being like the perfect.
Confused.
This was like the perfect Volcanion set to beat Quaquavel.
Yeah, yeah. I like I've done this before, where you're expecting a burn, and you just bulk up through it, and then it's like, okay, now I'm neutral with +2 defense, right?
Yeah.
But the problem is, anytime you have to swap out, then you have to ramp up to that point again. So let's see, what was the next?
I just kept going for it. He ended up having Roar.
Oh, and the Roar, yeah, that's what fucked it. Yeah.
Yeah, Monkey Boy. It is Covert Cloak. It's Spadef Cloak.
Volcanion was?
No, my Quaquavel was Spadef with Covert Cloak.
Oh, interesting. So I guess that's for the Scald, or for the Steam Eruption?
For the Steam Eruption, for fire moves, yeah. It was basically like... yeah, he just hard Wisp. I didn't predict him to have exactly Wisp and Roar, because I was like, even if he Wisps me, it's fine, I can just go +6. And he revealed Boots, so I didn't have to worry about any Power Herb stuff.
Mm-hmm. So what, you click to knock. Got rid of the Boots. Yeah, getting rid of Boots is good there, with your rocks up.
Yeah, get to pair this. It was nice to pair this, because it was actually faster than like most of my team.
Yeah, I always forget that this mon is that fast.
Yeah.
It does not look like... I mean, you're used to seeing it be like a
crazy.
defensive set.
Yeah. I don't know what it clicked this turn. It might have mattered. It might have just been T-Wave, who knows?
Yeah. So... reason for the Aqua Step over bulking there?
Well, I wouldn't be able to bulk up through play refs. So I just went for a little bit of chip.
You wouldn't? Even if are you HP Spadef?
Yeah. You missed the crazy Poltergeist turn.
What? Oh no!
Switch into the itemless Golden
It's
Go.
the same set that I ran the week before.
Yeah.
For Brambleghast. But he didn't run Poltergeist against me.
Yeah, I knew that I did not have a single Ghost switch, except for specifically this.
I remember seeing that.
I hope he wasn't running Terra Blast.
I remember seeing that on the calc and being like, wow, that's kind of fucked that it just like doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
For item.
I kind of trolled here with the Gliscor. So right here, I should be attacking because it kills. I got kind of greedy seeing that the Earthquake did less than 50. Tried to heal up a little bit.
Yeah.
But now Make It Rain is actually a roll to kill because of the extra Toxic Orb heal.
Oh yeah, you took too long, I see.
Yeah. So if I basically netted 3% HP and lost the guaranteed KO.
Yeah. He was faster than you there, right?
Yeah, he's faster. Yeah. I'm full defense, Golden Go again. Just make a hard switch though, and this is where stuff kind of hits the fan.
Oh my god. Oh, that's
Bonk,
right. I remember now.
Knockoff.
The Roaring Moon
It was a crit.
knock spam that just wins games. It's banded, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's banded as hell.
God damn.
This was kind of a sack, but then seeing the Draining Kiss made me want to try and go Clef here. Because I know he's going to be CM, and maybe he'll respect like an unaware set.
But he doesn't respect you and he taunts you.
Taunts me, I think probably predicting a Thunder Wave.
Yeah, maybe.
I think that's a really good set.
Maybe expecting a Calm Mind.
Yeah, if I was Calm Mind unaware there, that would have been good for me. Get the special attack drop. That's good for me. I don't want him to start healing up though, because eventually Draining Kiss is going to out heal the Moonblast damage.
Yeah.
So I just go for a sack.
And put someone in who just kills.
Yeah, Moon always kills here.
Yeah.
It's crazy that it kills 2 fairy types with knockoff.
I mean, that one was low enough that you would think
Yeah.
a lot of stab banded moves like that would just
but these rocks are putting in so much work for me again. Like week 1 and week 2.
Especially after the knock of the boots. Good thing you're magic guard.
Yeah, this is Spidef.
Nothing to you.
Yeah, it's Spidef. So I don't really care about Clef. I kind of just want chip on whatever I can get chip on because Moon kills everything at this point. Especially now. Now that Volcanion has to come in and take rocks again.
Damn, that's so strong. Just beating you to death with a friggin' apple core.
Yeah, it was like 0 defense Clef there, but yeah, Moon is crazy. I've actually fallen in love with this mon.
Yeah, because it's broken.
Yeah, a bit of anti-synergy running knockoff on other mons on my team because it like lowers the damage of my own knock.
Yeah.
And the Earth Power chip that I got on Gallade.
Stuff that I was calcing too.
Yeah, the turn 1 chip on Gallade ended up being relevant for that too.
Yeah, that's good. Maybe that's neutral. But...
So yeah, that was the game. I felt really good about the game personally. I know Max was felt a little bit defeated after. I mean,
Moon
he was defeated literally.
Kills, right?
Yeah, Moon 6-0'd. So it's funny. There's a funny stat where Max got 6-0'd by Polito's Garchomp week 1, and then week 2 got 6-0'd by Wrong Moon as well, the 20-point dragon types. And then next week, or maybe this week, he's playing Baxcalibur.
Oh, nice. Well,
so could get 6-0'd potentially by another 20-point dragon type.
I mean, statistically speaking, probably will.
True.
Alright, speaking of results.
And statistics.
Not statistics, just results. We're not nerds.
Okay.
This is a sports channel, dude. I'm gonna adjust this.
GG Max. I know it's been like over a week since the game, but it was well played. I think Moon's just kind of busted, and getting a crit on your Zingaton kind of sucked.
Well, it didn't suck for you.
Yeah, no, I was happy with it.
Yeah, yeah, Moon is nuts. I mean, like the Mon alone would be one thing, but the fact that it's just like it's just gonna outspeed like so many Mons that it shouldn't outspeed.
Yeah, that's all we've got for replays right this week. So thank you for submitting. These were the most popular replays. There are a whole bunch of others.
Reactions matter. We're counting the reactions.
Yeah.
So people who are not reacting to replays that they want to see, go react to them and submit swarm ones.
Do you think Moon with booster energy is too much now with knock? I think they kind of do different things, where it's like, it's nice that knock is often a higher base power dark move that it gets to spam, but I think it actually is better for hit and run tactics with like knockoff U-turn. So, and the hit and run is like counterintuitive with booster energy.
I think it's
so I don't think it's actually going to be busted.
I think it's less about the synergy between booster energy and knock, and more so the fact that it's like, oh, here's another thing to prepare for. That could just fuck you.
Yeah.
Like when it's just solid enough with just the knockoff fans.
You're right, Monkey. It was a really bad Moon matchup, despite having 2 fairy types.
Yeah. But I think no Terra ends up balancing out a little bit too. Like as long as you can survive a hit and swat it back, like you're not dealing with booster energy moon that much.
Yeah. Like, is it more oppressive to deal with booster energy knockoff Roaring Moon than it is just like Mew and Garchomp and stuff?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Where it's like you gotta kind of like it's less about how strong the individual set is; it's how strong having the combination of them to potentially have to prep for is. And I think with Mew, its peaks are lower, but the diversity is so much broader. Like if you knew what set Mew is running every single time, it becomes much more manageable. Like in our Paldea Dex draft, it was still a really good mon, but without recovery, it was much more forced to run offensive sets, and so you could prep for that a lot better. Whereas Moon, it's like if you are like slightly right, but not completely right, and just like lose an entire mon, you could just lose the game on the spot. Which again, Mew does that too, but
yeah,
I think Mew is also.
It also is very abusable on the physical side. It has like 60 something defense or something.
Yeah,
it has like crazy HP.
Yeah, and with no Terra, yeah. If you're planning bringing like Mach Punch or Vacuum Wave, well, I guess Vacuum Wave is special, but like Mach Punch gets the job done. Ice Shard, especially
most common priority. It's weak to, like you said, it's specifically weak to Mach Punch and Ice Shard, and has poor defense. So it loses a lot of matchups like that. It has to set up on something specially offensive or just pure defensive if it wants to sweep.
And it's neutral to other priority like Fake Out, Extreme Speed.
Yeah.
Really, the only thing it resists is Sucker Punch, right?
Yeah.
The only priority. I guess Water Shuriken if you're counting like the very specific ones.
Okay, sure. Isn't that only Prio when it's Ashgren though? I don't remember.
No, it's always Prio. Yeah. It's just Ashgren always hit 3 times.
Oh, that's what it was.
Loaded dice Ashgren hits 4 to 5 times.
Yeah. So yeah, I think Moon's fine. I think it's like very strong, but it's pretty good. But it's like good where it is.
Yeah. Yeah, and Monkey, we're talking about like previous Ashgren, not current Battle Bond. With Battle Bond, it's just an Omni Boost, so Water Shuriken works the same every time. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's it. That's all we have for replays.
Anyway, so.
We did want to take a look at the week 2 standings.
Yeah.
I don't think we've marked any week 3. We haven't marked any week 3 battles yet, so this will actually be accurate week 2 standings.
Yeah.
If you wanna pull that up.
I got it up here.
I don't see it. It might be on stream, but I don't see it on.
Oh, it's because I'm sharing my browser. I'm not sharing.
Yeah, I can just open it on mine.
Here. I guess this is less important that we're reacting in real time, but I'll reshare. That's not gonna do that. Yeah, for how much this shit just breaks. Alright. That should be fixed.
Perf. Alright, here we got the truant standings. Perfect. Something stands out to me. Roy Ace had a very good performance last season. I think made it to the semifinals of Truant. And he's already back up here at plus 10 after 2 games. That's pretty crazy. He's only dropped 2 mons in 2 games. Fair's close behind. Fair's just dropped from Swarm, so no surprise seeing him up near the top. And Sweet's up here at 2-0 as well. Not that that's a big surprise, but I think that's a really good, a really big step in the right direction for Sweets. Yeah. Metro's up here also. Not necessarily surprised.
I mean, Metro's only has to win 1 more game, and then we'll be back to business. 3-5.
True, yeah. So 1 more game for Metro, 1 more win for Metro, and you've already tied your record last season just in 3 weeks. So
no, I'm
really good progress.
That's just what I'm expecting.
Yeah. Who's new? Kenpai is new, 0-0, or sorry, 1-1 with 0 diff. Still a pretty good result. Your week 2 battle was also really good. I know you were a little self-conscious about like not being prepared or not having the right sets, but I think it was really well played.
This is playoff cutoff. This is the last playoff seed.
Yeah. Krabbit. So something that happened. Krabbit didn't actually post their show team. So if you go back to their week 2 battle, it might have been the week 3 battle actually. I don't remember. But there was a battle that didn't have a show team at the end of it. So they lost a little bit of diff that they would have originally gotten in that battle because we had to basically disqualify the diff that they got that battle.
It was a loss though. Unless it's week 3.
Pretty sure it's week 2.
But it's already a loss in week 2.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean though.
You said they lost diff in it though.
Yeah, so if you kill 3 Pokemon that don't show your team, you don't get credit for that.
I see.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying that they won, and
because then we can't validate that the sets you brought were all legal, so we can't give you diff for it. But I mean, whatever, it happens. Maybe they would be a little bit higher. Yeah, I don't remember the exact result of the week 2 battle, but it happens. I DM'd them. I'm sure it won't happen again. Aura won. Aura won her first battle. This was only her second competitive game. It had a big dub. It was really clutch. Zethandis also out here with their first ever draft win. I'm happy to see them doing well. Tony and Bobozev, I'm surprised at both of them being 0-2. I actually would have expected them both to at least be 1-1. But I think I just have high expectations.
With fate, with the diss tracks.
Yeah.
It's okay. Some of us have content talents more than game talents.
True. Shuckle Supremacy and Snivy down at the very bottom. I'm very surprised in Snivy. Snivy was actually, if you remember, given the award at the first person to draft in all 3 divisions. And honestly, Snivy did pretty well in Hustle for Season 1. He's moved down every single season, but I'm very surprised to see him down at the bottom, and I don't expect that to stay the same.
I want to see what the team was again.
It was the fairy team.
I don't remember. Oh, it was that's why. It was
yeah. I don't know if that's necessarily why. I do think that it makes things a little trickier, but yeah.
It's not the fact that having 4 fairies is bad. It's that you're not having other things.
Yeah, true. I think maybe for Shuckle Supremacy, the Terra captains are a little sus. If you want to go to Shuckle's team, we can take a look. Because I do think having Terra walls is good sometimes, but not when it's both of your captains, you know?
Yeah. But what else? How else do you reallocate these?
Look at Azumarill and Kilowattrel. That's pretty good.
Oh yeah, Azumarill, yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Terra
Shuckle. It's, I think, either that or just a team reform, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe not a whole reform, but I think that you're kind of shoehorning yourself into defensive Terras is potentially affecting your results so far.
All I'm saying is if Shuckle is truly supreme, he would be a Terra Cat.
True. Cool, so that's what we got for Truant. Any thoughts for yourself on the standings?
Not yet. It's hard to really say anything definitive.
Yeah, I know we're very early.
Anything can happen. I think it's... At this point, everybody on here, I guess, except Shuckle, because I think Shuckle's new this season. Everybody on here we know has gotten a win before. And the people who hadn't have now gotten them, so...
Yep, exactly. And plus being a smaller division with only 14 and still having the top 8 make playoffs, you could still potentially make playoffs with a slightly negative record, right?
Yeah. Anyone on this standings here could easily make playoffs. Well, easily.
Yeah, don't count yourself out, but yeah, you do really got to start winning soon if you want to start making playoffs. But even if you go 0-4, you could still make it back. Even if you go 0-5.
The number of people who make playoffs with an even record, and it just comes down to diff. There's so much game left to be played.
And look how tight it is even right now. All of the 1-1, except for the -3s at Atlantis, is all within 3 diff, from -1 to +2. And those are all the people that would be fighting for a playoff spot, probably. So, yeah, even just after 2 weeks, very, very tight race. Excited to see how it shapes up.
Yeah, and a lot of times the 6-0s that happen, I mean, not always, but a lot of times, it comes down to some luck, and you never really know when that luck's going to come around. That you just get, you know, that one crit that just cracks a game open and lets you get a 6-0.
Yeah, very true.
Or that one person that didn't prep for something that you brought, and it just like changes the entire game. Like you can't anticipate it, but like at any given week, you could just have your diff just be +6, you know, add on.
Yeah. Oh, you want to take a look at the Pokemon leaderboards? Metro
Yeah.
Shock reminded me.
It's weird. I don't see
Any
Melmetal
surprises
on
here?
That's
We
weird.
see Sinistcha
Shit-ass Pokemon.
up in the top of the Terra KO leaders, and it's number 4 in the overall KO leaders too.
Oh, I didn't even notice that there. Terra and overall.
No, it's just 2 lists that are the exact same.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. No, I meant it would be like not including Terra Captains in the other one.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at Ursaluna in the slightest.
Yeah.
Meowscarada has yet to faint, which is pretty cool. Same with Scizor.
Yeah, +4.
Yeah, not super surprising. I think the Cresselia maybe is a little bit surprising, and the Honchkrow. I've never seen Honchkrow put in as much work as it did at the end of
In that one
Xanthus' game.
Yeah. +2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen it get more than 2 kills.
It's literally though.
I don't know, dude. I mean, my 2 cannon got 4 kills, I think, or 3 kills. So if a 2 cannon can do it, so can Honchkrow, who's actually a semi-decent mon in some contexts.
Yeah.
Which 2
All
cannon?
right, let's
is
move on
not.
to Swarm Division. Big Royce up at the top. I think we already knew that he was there based after week 1 because he played early week 2
Yeah.
and was already
Yeah, we did.
updated. So last stream we already saw him up at the top.
We got a
Not
tie for
surprised.
first.
Yeah,
tie
Leezy's
and
giving
then
him a big
+1,
run for his
+9.
money.
Like these are all so close.
That's actually crazy that the top 4 are all within one.
Yeah.
And within 1 being only dropping 2 or 3 Pokemon in both of the battles, which is pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, Lizzie I think was 6-0, right? In one of his
Yeah, Leezy 6-0'd, which means his first week was
+4.
a 4-0.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, crazy top
dude.
4. Yeah, Fennec, you're right. Luke being top 4 isn't like, it doesn't surprise me. But like, okay, if you had told me, hey, Luke's gonna be 2-0 after week 2, I'd be like, that makes sense. But like, I wouldn't have bet on that, you know.
Yeah.
So it's
I
good
don't
to
know if
see
I would
that.
bet on
Good to see that
anything
he's
in this
doing well.
game.
Yeah, I know that you really like Luke's team, so you're probably less surprised to see that than I am.
I don't remember Luke's team. Oh, I do
I
like
think it was
Luke's
your
team.
favorite.
Yeah, because I like Screamtail, I like Zapdos, I like, gotta love the monkey.
Yeah, it's got a lot going for it.
Yeah, no, I like this team a lot. Yeah, I think this is my number 1. Yeah.
We see who's new to the league. We've got Bunhara's new, Fennec is new, Martin's new,
Ira is
Dorky is like
up
pseudo
from
new.
Truant.
Yep, Ira's up from Truant. Afonso is up from Truant. That's something I wanted to talk
Afonso,
about.
And then
Afonso was the-
everything else. Bunhara's new.
Well, Afonso was the
Fennec's
Truant
new.
champion last
Yeah.
season.
Yeah.
And
But
if you
in terms of
remember,
people new to the league, though, I think it's just these 2.
yeah. And Martin Radcow
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
and Dorky took over for a team last season, but didn't like fully draft.
Okay.
And Skyhops is
Yeah.
new.
Oh, Skyhops too. Yeah.
But
What
so
were you gonna say?
Afonso won Truant last season, and there was a big conversation of, oh, Afonso shouldn't have been in Truant. He's way too good. He's like, he could hold his own in Hustle, etc. And when I voiced that in general, I believe Afonso commented something about like he wants to be put in Swarm over Hustle because it would be free wins.
Really?
And he wouldn't have to try. Yeah. And so here he is in Swarm, not making the cut to Hustle.
Called out.
And bottom of the leaderboards, 0-2 -9. Monkey says Royce is cracked, and Corey's been smurfing. Yeah, Corey dropped from Hustle last season after, I believe it was a 2-6 finish. Maybe it was 1-7. No, wait, who was 1-7? I don't remember.
I don't remember. Any of
But
that.
Corey ended up getting dropped. Don't think he took it too hard because here he is really pulling up his pants. So
Yeah, pulling up those pants.
yeah,
Those
Ira's
pants would
1-1,
still be on the
that's good.
floor if I put 252 attack on Urshifu, though.
yeah. I think it's another really tight race though. If you look at especially the 2 and O's, but the 1 and 1s, there's 4 people,
It's really
all
just
either
this
+1 or
chunk
0,
that's at
all
the top,
competing.
and then everything else.
Yeah.
Is
There's 4 people all competing within 1 diff for the last playoff spots.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been some good games.
Pokemon.
Yeah, let's check out the leaderboards. Another Ursaluna at the top.
And I suspect we'll see this guy at the top in the next league as well.
Yeah.
Look,
Zerkatry, that was Leezy. Oh wow, that's yours.
With 2 kills.
Leezy 6-0'd this week with Terra Zerkatry, or last week rather.
Yeah.
There's another Terra Grand. Oh yeah, Terra Sandy Shocks ended up putting in
I
work.
love Sandy Shocks.
There's the Dipplin too.
Terra Sandy Shocks is awesome. I think it's an awesome Terra captain.
And this is, I think, the only case of Manaphy doing positive things that we've seen, right?
Ever. Famously bad Mon that doesn't do anything.
True. I think people are really high on it now that it has like Take Heart and Terra Blast. I think Take Heart is fake. It doesn't actually change anything in my opinion.
Flip turn.
Yep. Or it has U-turn, maybe not flip turn. One or the other.
Curious. All right.
Yeah.
Next.
And then back to Hustle. We see Sweet Sorrows or Dondi.
AZ.
Yes, very well cemented in the top place with +10. There are 5 2-0 spots though, which I'm pretty surprised on. That's Monkey Boy.
I know.
Okay.
Every time I see it, I'm like, what the fuck?
3 of us are tied for 3rd technically with +4. 2-0.
Oh wow.
I'm actually
not too far behind.
I know that I've been kind of hard on myself in the last little while, but I'm actually very surprised that I'm 2-0. That's true, but I'm actually very surprised that I'm 2-0 right now, and that I'm like competing for top right now. Not that I like necessarily love or hate my team, but
you know what's interesting though?
I don't know. The last couple seasons I've like really bottomed out at the beginning, so it's a pleasant turn of events to be positive right now. And I'll be positive again tomorrow at 5:30 when I play Monkey Boy.
Yeah, I mean that's an easy win. That's a farm win. The crazy thing though is that there is a win-loss difference here, and the diff is 1.
Yeah, true. That's crazy.
Like this is like if you weren't looking at this column, you would think that like these 2 are 2-0, and then the rest of these are 1-1. But
yeah,
it's pretty close.
The thing that really surprises me is maybe not surprises. I think, but it's interesting to look at is DJ Barrara being down at the bottom at -11. He's KO'd 1 Mon in 2 battles.
As soon as you said that, I was like, I think I know who you're gonna say, because I wouldn't say surprising is the right word either, because you never know what to expect from him.
It's so hit or miss with what DJ Barrara is gonna bring to every game, and I think that was another.
Let him back in the kitchen.
I think it was another case of having an identity crisis mid-season after losing and drafting Rain and trading everything in for Rain.
Wait, did he do that this season?
Yeah. So he's gone back to his roots.
Oh yeah, no more free agents.
Yeah, gone back to his roots. I think we'll probably expect better results, maybe.
Yeah. All right. Are you done with that, or you want to go to this?
Yeah, let's go on.
No
Arnoon's
Ursa
number
here.
1. Yeah, no
Ursa.
Ursa, but has Ursa even come to a single battle?
Riceman
has it.
Came to 1.
Okay, it came once.
I
that's
think,
right.
the
There was
recent
some.
one.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't
RNG.
the most recent one, because the most recent one was game 3. Or wait, no, it wasn't. That was
Nope.
game 2. Wait, why did that
No,
just
it was
get
game
played?
2.
Was it played late?
Yeah, they had it postponed.
Oh, okay. Damn, if I knew that was week 2, I would have nominated it. that would have been a fun one to talk about.
All good.
I thought it was week 3. I thought they were playing early.
The Rain trade after loss, brain rot for real.
Yeah.
I'm surprised to see Riceman down at 0-2. I know that his game against Overmat was pretty contentious.
It's pretty contentious, but also like that's another one of the best players in the league, right? Like, so like, you're not
exactly.
Even if you are the best or second best player, like, you could very easily make an argument for either one of them being the best players in the league, and it doesn't matter who wins that game. Sometimes it just comes down to the coin flip.
Exactly, which like I do think okay, I'm not going to say Riceman was throwing week 1, but I don't think like he didn't
Not
bring
bringing
the
Ursula,
he didn't bring the Ursa, which
Yeah.
everybody was so hyped about it. Maybe it was bad in the matchup, I don't know, right?
I don't know what the first
But I don't
matchup
think it
is,
was it was a pretty bad outcome. So yeah, I'm still surprised
I
to see
kind of like
Riceman down
Ursa
there.
into this matchup. You click some Earth Power on some of these dudes.
Maybe you have to like Terra Fire to beat the Celesteela, but then Tusk comes in. It's tough. You're never gonna get the full sweep.
Yeah. Well, not the full sweep, but I wouldn't say it's bad. I don't know what his reasoning is for that. Maybe he has a better idea.
Yeah, but I do think Riceman, like you said, is one of the better in the league. I know he played in Swarm last season.
Well, that was, yeah, he was like a,
he took over for a roster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think there's ever like a.
I don't expect
decision.
Riceman to stay there. Yeah. I know that he's been kind of dicked over by RNG in the last couple weeks, according to him.
But that's why we play 8 games.
Exactly.
If you're good, it'll balance out. Or it won't.
Yeah,
and
on
you're
average.
just really unlucky. Or you're playing stall, and then you're more susceptible to bad luck, which I found out in my second ever draft season.
Monkey
in
Boy, I'm
BDSP.
technically undefeated against you still.
Against Riceman.
Against Monkey Boy, he's talking
Wait,
shit in the chat.
who's undefeated? Monkey Boy or Riceman?
I'm 1-0 against Monkey Boy.
Are you saying that you're undefeated against Monkey Boy, or are you saying that Riceman's
Yes.
undefeated against Monkey Boy?
I'm not talking about Riceman.
Okay,
Monkey
I
Boy's
thought you were
talking
still
shit
talking
in chat.
Oh, I see. He mentioned you in the message before. I thought you were saying he's a fraud. I thought he was talking about Riceman. And I was like,
no.
why are you bringing yourself into this? Like,
You're a Gen 9 player? Alright. Yeah, I haven't played you in Gen 9, that's true.
Gen 9, Terra, bullshit. Terra makes bad players better.
True, actually. It
I
gives them
hate
more
Terra.
outs.
I hate Terra. I hate Terra.
More
I
coin
hate
flips
Terra.
equals more coin flips equals good for worse players.
Yeah, I don't know if Harry's still in the chat, but shout out to our friend Jeff, who
Oh.
was just popping off about Roaring Moon getting banned from OU and how it like makes the game less fun. It's like he also like thinks that completely unrestricted blind Terra is like the best thing for the game too. It's like, oh,
What the
you
heck?
clearly have your ways that you like to win games.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like
So
boys
shout out
1-0
Jeff.
in
He
Gen
made it to
9,
the
huh?
finals of our last season. So.
Oh, 1-0 against Scooter, I see. Yeah, okay, we can get back to the standings. Any other takes? Goder, I'm surprised is 0-2. Shoshin.
I'm not surprised he's a garbage player.
Shoshin was last season one of the bottom players with me for the first few weeks. It was like him and I were like 0-3 or 0-4 or something, and then one out.
One thing I will say, I mean, maybe it's too
so
early
he
to
can
say
definitely
this.
turn it around.
Maybe
Yeah,
it's too
what's up?
early to say this.
Yeah.
I think the division balance is the best it's ever been.
I think so too. I'm really impressed with everybody. I do think there's a couple new additions to Hustle. Siderius is coming up from Swarm. Honestly, I think he could have been here from the start.
Yeah.
We have Polito Shark coming up. We have Alice joining the league with a lot of people vouching for her, saying, "Hey, like Alice is at least as good as me, if not
Was
better."
Alice in another
like-
in a different league?
Yeah, in
that
a
people
couple
know?
other leagues with multiple people.
Okay.
Basically vouching for her, saying, "Hey, don't put this person lower than Hustle because it'll be a problem."
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's pretty crazy. I think a wild card for me is actually surprisingly Sry 10, Gensuzu, if you will, where I've been playing with Gensuzu for a long time, and so I know that his style is very like methodical and very like there won't be too much spice. It'll be like just making the correct play more often than you, right?
Mhm.
Bringing good berries for like certain situations and winning trading wars and having safe plays and eventually grinding you out. And I know that last season he didn't do very well, kind of didn't meet expectations, drafted like hyper offense with like the Terra Azumarill, Terra Sinistea, or sorry, whatever it's called, Poltergeist. Kind of, didn't like live up to the standards. But I think we might this season see whether Gensuzu really is, like, I don't want to say as good as we think he is, because I know he's good, but like whether he can actually stand up to this type of opponent and like prove himself in this division, I think this is definitely a very pivotal season for Gensuzu.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think with one more poor performance, there's not much I can do about, seeing the empirical evidence in front of me of, hey, hasn't done well in the last like 3 seasons, maybe time to drop down. I do think he'd be one of the best in Swarm by far. But really important season this time around for Gensuzu. Has a lot to prove.
Yeah. I don't really have any other comments on this one, I don't think.
Yeah.
I just think, again, it's like so much of this is going to shuffle in the next couple weeks. There's a reason we play 8 games, like I said.
Yeah.
Nothing is set in stone yet. Anyone can do anything, and like I said, I mean, if this is as balanced as I think it is, and as long as we don't have any like drops or anything, I think this is bound to be a pretty good season just on kind of fundamentals of who's the best.
I do think though that like specifically from Riceman and down, like Riceman Max and DJ Barara are gonna have a much more difficult time trying to win out and make playoffs.
Yeah. It's
because
harder in this league for sure.
Yeah, that's one of the best things that we always talk about is there's no free wins. You look at your schedule and you're like, damn, I must have the hardest schedule out of anybody. And then you go look at somebody else's schedule and it's just as hard or harder than yours. And you're like, how am I supposed to win these battles? How can I confidently go into the schedule saying I'm going to make playoffs, right?
Well,
it's really hard to do that.
For what it's worth, Riceman is playing 1, 2, 3. I guess use 1-1. With 2 of the people that he's playing are also down here.
Yeah.
Was
so that helps. But I mean, does being 0-2 right now really mean that you don't deserve to make playoffs? Like, I think the 0-2 players are still just as strong as the 2-0 players. Have had a worse season so far. So.
And again, like even like as much as there aren't any free wins on paper, there are definitely free wins in reality. A game that you shouldn't have won that you win, off of some lucky turn.
Yeah, things happen.
So.
Yeah, it's just hard to go into a matchup and say, I'm going to just have a free win this battle. Or, you being 0-2. Yeah, being 0-2 and saying, especially being 0-2 minus 11, saying, I need to win convincingly 4 out of my next 6 battles, right? Looking at DJ Barara. I think it's going to be really tough for Barara to make playoffs again with a minus 11 diff when the competition's so tight. With a minus 11 diff
and 0 free agents.
No free agents, and what's the schedule looking like? No Monkey Boys, so there's no free win.
Yeah, it's true. That's like the one free win that you can kind of lock in there. He doesn't even get that. He got Jortson, Sid, both obviously good players.
Mm-hmm.
This is, I guess, one that we're saying is probably, 50-50 if we're in,
Yeah.
Shoshin, I'm not certain about. Riceman, bloodthirsty, probably at week 7, might be playing for his playoff life. Alice, so much spoken of Alice, of being better than
a lot of hype.
I guess, so, yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. I look at that and I say, damn, it's really hard to say that, like, convincingly that Barara can and will win 4 out of the next 6 with like at least +3 diff in every battle. It's a tall order. I do think that it's possible, just to clarify.
I mean, if you look at the
I would never count him out, but I think he's in definitely the worst out of anybody in the league in general, the worst position to make playoffs right now.
These are some good game winner mons, though, to be fair. Like, if there are ever mons that'll just win a game in Team Builder sometimes,
and Ready Drago. I think you're more of a Rillaboom fan than I am. I might be a Rillaboom disrespecter, even though I've drafted it a few times and I know it's good.
I already know you're a disrespecter just by
probably
saying that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It got
all
nerfed,
good though.
but I think it's a really good mon.
I mean, it got nerfed by the base power, but now it can just Terra Grass and be better.
Yeah, well, or Terra anything else, and it has Trailblaze now too.
Yeah.
And I can't think of anything else. Well, I mean, I guess not in Nat decks, but it helps at least in current gen being one of the the only reliable terrain setters for grass. But always going to fit well onto a team. Like you can do so much with it, even if you're not just relying on it for its own thing. Unburden sets on other mons, or just like giving extra bulk to a mega that might not have recovery. Or to a mon that already has recovery, like Screamtail, sitting on some grassy terrain and slurping up that good grass with its apples and healing for
slurp.
Like 25% every turn, and then you protect, and then suddenly it has healed as much as a soft boiled.
True. Dandy's saying in chat, as Sweet Sorrow's saying in chat, to trade the Rillaboom for his Ogerpon. It actually kind of makes sense. I know that Barar is a big fan.
To do that.
Yep. I think Barar is just a really big fan of Rillaboom. He's drafted it like multiple times.
Yeah, I remember seeing him on the team last season. It's a good mon. I mean, it's okay to just be wrong. Goater is now in here and just fucked up the whole graphic.
Oh my goodness.
Hasn't spoken.
Oh yeah. I'm crashing the party.
Yo.
Cody never responded to me in the chat. So I'm here.
I can't even look at the chat without.
That's why you're not a mod. Boom.
That's why I'm not a mod. You're right. That's right.
Monkey Boy, you gotta admit Ogerpon is doing well. Yeah, he even says Terra in a one type is fine. The fact that you can Terra and have a permanent speed boost is like way different.
Yeah. If it went away when you swapped out, it would be something. But the fact that it's every time that you come in.
Yeah, it's like elite speed control. It's so good.
And that's like the one stat that like most unaware mons doesn't make a difference to because they're slow.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna have just like a blanket speed answer like that unless you have sticky webs. But it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, I think that's all we had to say about our replays and our analysis, our standings analysis. Unless you have any final words for it.
I don't. I'm wondering if Goater does.
True.
I'm going 2-6 this season. Watch it happen.
Sheesh. Who do you think you're winning against?
Oh shit. Overmat's not there, so that free wins off the board.
Oh damn.
What about Monkey Boy? No, you don't have the other.
I lost the Monkey
Boy.
Lost the Monkey Boy.
Oh, so
I'm a number 2 Monkey Boy fan though, so.
You fucked up, dude. That was the free win. You gave him a free win.
Lost to Zeb. Oh, we didn't really talk about Zeb, but I'm not surprised by him being 2-0.
Yeah, nobody's surprised.
That's what I get for trying to trick. That's what I get for trying to EV my mons for Trick Room and not.
I was gonna say nobody cares what that sounds mean. It's like we expect it. Like he's a good player. We know that.
Donnie says you're winning against him for sure.
All right, let's see if Monkey Boy.
All right, here's my take, guys.
Monkey Boy win doesn't look like
my 2 wins this season. They have S in their name.
S in their name or starts with S?
Both. Either. Pick one.
Matayoshi.
Wait a minute.
That is an S.
There's 3 of them. There's 4 of them.
S. They all
have S's in their names.
So you're saying that your free win against Monkey Boy, the reason that you lost is because he didn't have an S in his name.
Yeah, that's exactly.
And Zeb. No, Zeb has an S.
There's an S right there.
Zeb's making semis and losing. Okay. Yeah, likely.
Can we promote Toady to hustle so I can get another free win?
Oh.
Hey, wait a minute. Yeah,
only if you call him Toadiferous.
Yeah, Toadiferous has an S in it, so then you lose. Or, I mean, I guess then yeah, that would be your win. That's the win con, is I have to add the S to my name.
Yeah. Goater's exposed as a froth.
I love being a froth.
Goater's a well-known froth.
All right, so that's it
8:13
for today. Other than our mini announcement, we touched on it a little bit.
Pepsi sponsorship.
Woo, Pepsi! No, so as of today and immediately after stream, I will be posting a form for those of you who are interested in the mentorship program. Yay! Clap, clap, clap. Oh, we have a soundboard.
Brought to you by Pepsi.
Wow. So those of you who are interested in either mentoring or being a mentee, please fill out the form, and we will have a hopefully, given registration, have a mentorship program where we'll be pairing up mentees with mentors, and maybe you guys can set your own schedules and say, hey, on like Friday night we'll go over either a replay review of your last week replay, or build for your next game, or I don't know. It's really up to you. The ebb and flow of mentorship is up to the people involved. So we'll basically just be pairing you up. I know there's been a lot of people who either have a lot of energy and time on their hands and want to help people out, or are just genuinely nice and enjoy playing and helping people, or the opposite, like they don't have very much energy, or they're very new to the game and they really just need a helping hand to get their feet on the ground and hit the ground running. So yeah, we'll have the form out maybe 10 minutes after, not even, just a couple minutes after the stream ends. And yeah, I'm hoping for some good success, and that some friendships are born maybe, and the people who need help might improve even more. Yeah. So that's all from me. Any parting words, anybody?
If anyone would like to lend me their energy,
yeah,
in general,
for real.
I lost mine. I don't know where it went. I hope the stream went well.
It
yeah,
went well.
Sure did.
'Cause
you should watch the VOD.
Stormtide disappeared, but we had a guest.
Yeah,
part of it.
He had something come up. So he's a parent, and his kid was just acting up and whatever. He had to leave
And he also has
but
COVID.
it was nice to have him on. Yeah.
Is Roger here?
Yeah. Roger
Goodell?
Yes.
He said he was more of a John Madden,
that is
not
what he
playing
said.
competitive since Gen 2.
Oh,
We answered the question about the AI. He bought the AI software, or paid for like a subscription for it back when he used to run a podcast, and he just had it laying around, so he used it. Maybe we'll see some more.
One last note I was gonna say. So this is a discussion that we can also have behind the scenes, but I want to put just a quick poll out, or just probe the general chat. Different times for the stream, because it sounds like there are a lot of people who have to miss them. And as nice as it is that the VOD exists, same time every week is all well and good, but at the same time, we maybe once in a while we'll mix it up, or find another day of the week to do it on for a couple weeks in a row.
Yeah, true.
I don't know what you guys' schedules are like, but that's something that we can find out what people are interested there. And going forward, we are going to want more commentary guests. This week was kind of last minute, because, well, one of the mods had to back out at the last minute. Luckily, I picked up the slack. Not a mod, by the way.
Great job, Tootie. You're awesome.
Yeah, I know. This is why I'm not a mod.
I can't believe you just out lazy like that.
I know. I mean, dude, Sushi.
What did he do?
Come on.
Because I told you I wasn't coming to the stream on the 29th, so...
No, we already knew Lizzie wasn't going to be here.
Well then,
so,
then you're just lying to the entire league. This is why it's not.
No. Short notice to me is not a week in advance. All right, so we have to put something together. So, but yeah, no, I wanna like actually get a formal poll back out there to get people to sign up. And then when you sign up, I will ask you what times are good for you, and then we can kind of see what the heat map looks like for when people are available, and maybe plan a few consecutive weeks around the same time that a bunch of people can do, and then put them in order or whatever. But yeah, so it'd be kind of like what Stormtide did today. Just kind of come along and say your thoughts. So we might put you on the spot a little bit, get your opinions on like a strategy, what you would do in a situation.
Yeah, I think it'll be good.
Yeah. But first, look out for the poll from.
Poll will be up within the next few minutes. If you're watching this on the VOD, it's definitely already out.
Unless
so go check announcements.
2 minutes after this starts.
Oh, that's true.
Skip to the end.
In which case, wait until 8:25 p.m. I'll say.
Yeah.
Sharp.
That's a good answer.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna shut down the stream. We've been rambling.
Yep. Yeah. Until next time, guys. Thanks for coming. Was fun as always. And good battles. Excited to see what's coming up in week 3. and we'll see you next week.
Ciao.